you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur, and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Star Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamb.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamb@gmail.com. Welllamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prom, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodoma, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prom Senior High School and Ghana.
Tune in on Play here on Star Radio UK with Gina every Monday at 5 p.m. Yes. Looking forward to your company. Check me out. He tells me my energy is making me tired. Yes. How do you get the energy to do that? I have a lot of energy, but my goodness, I think today I have met my match people. I have met my match, Miss Suzanne. Wow, amazing. One of the things that was that of the darkness of that. What did that myself and the one that just me. And 2019,
forget the proverbial boardroom. Join me, Simone Frazier, on the CEO, the program that gives you the driving seat over your life. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. only on Star Radio.
Has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show in Star Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford our show. It's your best source to the property industry.
It's your man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is every song aka Mr. Songs. This is the kid makeup about for the girls. We're here. This is Star Radio London, we are UK. London. They call them London. Well, yeah, we call them London. And that's how we, you know, let's have fun and stay blessed.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work.
at home.
On your smartphone.
This is Star Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Wow. It is the Wednesday edition of Star Radio UK. It is literally also the last day of the month of August. And I say good evening, good afternoon, good night from wherever you're watching. And my name is Olayomi Koiki. I welcome you once again where it will be one of the most important nights that you've never enjoyed before. I'd like to first and foremost say thank you so much to my producer, Mr. Frank, Mr. Archie, that are working tirelessly so that we can get the Star Radio UK signal to millions of our viewers and our listeners from around the world. You might not understand some of the work that we have to put in when it comes to the production from behind the scene. But this evening, as we are just getting ready for the fantastic show that we're going to be having as usual. And we might also have a surprising guest, which I won't confirm yet until I have the all clear to do so. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and I'm one of your presenter on Star Radio UK, where we discuss issues affecting the indigenous people, and likewise those that still wants to be known as Nigeria, and definitely that is their right to do so. We are live on multiple platforms. We are also being broadcasting from the sister platform this evening, and that means it's a complete, fully packed event. But one thing I always say, when people join us, to listen to Star Radio UK, is to also continue, to let the world knows that we have a lot to discuss, and we will continue to discuss those issues as we have them all the time. This evening I have a lot to discuss. I want you to take your time and look at the topic that we are discussing tonight, and that is nothing more than the fact that is there still a fair justice system in Nigeria? And that is going to be the question tonight. We will see if we can get the phone line on later on before the end of the program, so that you, my listeners, would also have, the opportunity to also, listen to me, just as a lot of people do as well. One thing we can always assure you is every Wednesday evening, you will definitely find me here where we discuss all these issues. I always have my first, track that I love to listen to. And each time I do so, I always say, should you not be part of this program, you will be missing a lot. And you might not understand that, when it comes to the issue of Nigeria as we have it right now, it is one of the most important conversations, in the last 62 years of Nigeria. We've had military coup. We've had all sorts that have taken place in Nigeria. But this time around, as Nigerians are also getting ready for their 2023 election, we also have those that are saying that we don't think an election is the right situation in Nigeria as we speak. Nigeria needs to be dissolved, just as we saw that happening in Soviet Union. It was only yesterday that news was filtering out about the death of the last leader of the Soviet Union, and that is nobody else but Mikhail Gorbachev. Mikhail Gorbachev, for those of you that probably will not know him, was the last leader of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union, as we know it then, eventually dissolved into multiple other republics, sovereign that have their own rights, that have their own nation, that also have mutual respect to the international community. My question this evening is, as we're going to be reviewing the justice system, are we now saying that the marginalization that we've been talking about in Nigeria have actually played out with Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, that a court case that was meant to have been done and dusted, and only a compensation that a government of such would have done to a citizen, but rather we have now seen that the system in Nigeria is not going to give Chief Sunday Igboho a 20 billion naira compensation, after killing two innocent Yoruba men in his home that all happened on the 1st of July 2021. The bodies have been taken away. Nobody knows where the bodies are as we speak right now, apart from the federal government and their agent known as the Department Security Services. We have a country where terrorism is happening on a daily basis, but yet the government have actually said, according to the report that is already out there, that Chief Sunday Igboho was wielding weapons while he was claiming to have a right to self-determination. I would like the federal government to give us a clear evidence to wherever Chief Sunday Igboho was going around with AK-47 or AK-49 or RPG. But I can always assure you that we are here to tell the truth, but nothing but the truth. And I say, once again, a very good evening and welcome. But before we go further, I would like us to first listen to this particular man that told us everything that we should know when it comes to a government that failed the citizen. And the question tonight on Star Radio UK is, are we sure we still have a good justice system in Nigeria? Is it fair? And if it's fair, is it fair on only a particular ethnic groups like the Fulanis and the Hausas? Because Abba Kyari, as we know, should have been extradited back to Nigeria. But what we saw was a government that decided to bring back, not in the legal way, brought back Nnamdi Kanu on what we call the extradition rendition and also a kidnapping case. Let us take you back to a bit of history. In 1983, there was a particular person known as Umaru Diko. Umaru Diko was almost kidnapped by former then dictator. I'm talking about the present president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Buhari. Buhari wanted to kidnap, gave the order that Umaru Diko should be kidnapped and brought back to Nigeria, but that mission failed. This actually took place right here in London, in Lancaster House area, when Buhari gave the order that Umaru Diko, wherever he's found, should be kidnapped and brought back to Nigeria. I'm going to give you a little bit of that later on as well. But I am talking about the justice system in Nigeria. But this is what the late Dr. Malafia Obadia told us before he died.
Now, General, part of the campaign of Boko Haram in Nigeria. And the truth. And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
Okay, you would expect that a country like Nigeria that had this intelligence rather did nothing about it, rather allow the influx of terrorists to continue to move around with AK-47. We can't show you some of those images because of the social media rules that will probably have an impact on the broadcasting on Star Radio UK. But I can assure you, and I can tell you, that we have a lot of terrorism happening case in Nigeria. But yet, we have a justice system. that each time these terrorists are either repenting, they are taken into the military and they're giving them a new role as an officer, rather than the government using the justice system to make sure that those that are kidnapping and killing and putting pressure in what we call Nigeria today are not doing so. But an innocent indigenous person known as Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho that was only doing his own little role by telling the government that we can't continue to have influx of terrorists marauding themselves in the southwest, killing innocent the Yorubas from the southwest to the southeast. Even the governor of Benue State, Governor Autumn, have continuously said to the government that you have not done a lot to punish the terrorists, but rather the government have looked away as if that is not a real problem. I welcome you once again to Star Radio UK as we're going to be looking into all these issues tonight. My question then to as many Nigerians is, are you sure that there is still a fair justice system in Nigeria? I want you to tell me what you think about it. Do you think that we have a justice system that is fair in Nigeria? Or do you think that it is one rule for a particular ethnic group and another rule for somebody else as well? Because what we can say is, like an example, the case of Nnamdi Kanu that has been going on in the justice system in Nigeria doesn't seem to be fair. And that is why the United Nations have already intervened. But yet, the federal government is still shying away from giving us the actual reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still being held in the custody of the DSS. The federal government wanted to kill Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho right inside his Soka residence on the 1st of July in the middle of the night. But unfortunately for them, that mission failed. And the government is now denying that there was never any sort of killing in that particular premises, even though we have evidence that the spokesman, Ifunaya, of the Department for Security Services said, and I quote, that we killed 2 people in that particular building. But the judge, that is a Fulani man, has literally said to Nigerians that we don't have any evidence to such an attack, that 2 innocent Yoruba men were murdered inside Chief Sunday Adeyemo's house. And my question tonight again is, do we really have a fair justice system in Nigeria? I want to read some of your comments. And now, like I said, we will try to see if we can guess our guest that is an impromptu. But that will be subject to if he can still make it. If otherwise, we will bring him back some other time. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and I'll be running the program with you tonight on the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, Star Radio UK. You can follow us on the Twitter. You can follow us on the Facebook and YouTube. Remember to subscribe on Star Radio UK, also on all the social media. But the only way you can enjoy and listen to Star Radio UK is to make sure that you have the app system downloaded. And that way, go live in our presentation from myself to the reggae music that comes up every Monday, or to those of you that are interested in property, where tomorrow is the property hour. But every Wednesday, you will join me here where I issues affecting the indigenous people, both the Yoruba, the Biafra, the Arewa, because there's so much injustice to not just those within, the Yorubas or the Hausas, but there is injustice to so many Nigerians. But those Nigerians probably will not understand why there's injustice. It is because the Nigerian system have literally failed every single one of us. And that is why some of us, like myself, is now saying that we can no longer continue in this direction. And the only option on the table now is for the country to dissolve, just as Soviet Union did some few years back. I say welcome as I will be getting ready. One of my very first track this evening that is done by our beautiful sister Janet that says Arabani. Who is Arabani? Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho is Araba. Let's listen to this. For those of you that probably will not understand that beautiful language, Araba means that somebody very, very important, somebody that is sacrificing himself to his own people. Arabani kò gbọdọ̀ wò. If you're tuning in for the first time, this is Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And every Monday to Friday at exactly 11 o'clock, you can also join me with the team in the morning section where I discuss all the latest news and update from Nigeria. I say good evening and welcome once again to those of you that have joined us. Keep the comment coming. I'll be welcoming each of one of you that have joined us at exactly 18:29 local time here in London. The weather is so beautiful outside. I spent a quality time with the family and I've just got back home just about 2 hours ago or less than that. Once again, I'm asking the question, do we still have a fair justice system in Nigeria? Keep those comments coming, like I say, and we'll be reading them as we continue into the program this evening. It is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. I say good evening. My name is Olayomi Koiki. The question is, a Yoruba man do the judgment, but the Fulani man have overturned the judgment. We'll be looking at the Igboho appeal court set aside. 20 billion that was awarded to him is now being overturned by a Fulani judge in Nigeria today. Who is Justice Muslim Hassan that decided that, what is happening is not worth giving 20 billion to damages against Chief Sunday Igboho? He also said, and I quote, that this cannot be issue of fundamental human rights. Let us remember that a Fulani man is the one in the government as we speak right now, and a Fulani man is also the man that is in charge when it comes to the Attorney General of the Federation. Are we seeing something that is playing out in the Southwest against the North, or is it just me thinking in that direction? If you like to listen to this, you can join us on on YouTube by the name Janet. And all you need to do, just type in Arabani. We had a very good time at the Notting Hill Carnival with all the Yoruba Nation and the Biafra that went out. I say thank you so much to F. I was almost lost in that carnival. It's been a long time I've been to carnival, but we had a very great time there. I say shout out to my brother Wale Amodemaja, all the way in Dustin, Acne, where we had a very fantastic time with you on Sunday, where you hosted the first ever carnival that took place in Dustin. I say shout out to you from here on Star Radio UK. I call it Egbon Atata Wale Amodemaja. And I'll be saying thank you to every single one of you that I met in Dustin. What a fantastic evening. I say good evening to my cousin Walata BJ. It was good to see you. And all the cultural dance on the Biafra and the Yoruba. What an amazing Sunday I had. My weekend has been a fantastic one. If you've just joined me, I want you to take time and let us continue to read your comment. Like I said, Mrs. Dupe Dairo said, no fear justice at all. I say good evening to you, Mr. Kolawole Aweda Kazim. Ayomi Kundami, you say, Nigeria is officially an Islamic state. You are now taking me back to where the northern part of Nigeria is using Sharia, while the southern part is being used to say secular. But that means that we now have a two-country that is running different parallel system. And I'm asking again, do we have a fair justice system? I say shout out to my family, shout out to my mom, and shout out to all the Yoruba nation. I say good evening to Professor Wale Soyinka, and I say good evening once again to the Nobel laureate that have been outspoken since a government that decided that it's not worth it. But also, before we go further, I salute our leader, our own leader, Professor Banji Akintoye, the emeritus, the Alano. I say good evening to your deputy as well, Professor Adeniran. I say good evening to Chief Mrs. Modupe Onitiri Abiola. I say good evening to all the Yoruba nation agitator and the Yoruba people that say we don't want anything more than a peaceful exit, just as it was done in the Soviet Union. Like I said, do we now still believe that there is a justice system that is fair, or am I thinking the other way around? According to Adekemi says, don't you know before the very day they swear in Buhari, he has registered Nigeria to Islamic country. Are we now saying that what we have been told, which I'm going to be bringing up very soon, are we saying that the country wants to be Islamized, or am I just the one thinking in that direction? This is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. We are just beginning with a very beautiful weather here in London. Is it true that some people want to Islamize Nigeria, but yet everybody is not saying anything? Everybody's just keeping quiet. Remember, Commodore Kunle Olayomi told us, the mainstream media in Nigeria, my engineer are getting ready that clip for us to listen to it one more time, because he said, and I quote, it seems that some people wants to Islamize Nigeria. I'm not sure whether that is already playing out in the court case between Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, and the DSS and the AGF. Because what we are now getting is a Fulani judge have now said that Chief Sunday Igboho, and this is what he has to say, Justice Muslim Hassan, a Fulani judge in Nigeria of today, in his lead judgment in the appeal filed by the Attorney General of the Federation, another Fulani man, Department of State Services, we have another Fulani man there, to the contest the judgment of the lower court. It will be recalled that the Justice Akintola, a Yoruba man, had awarded the sum of 20 billion naira, not dollars. Remember that Abacha stole 5 billion. Coming back, it was only 20 billion that should have been awarded as damages against the Attorney General of the Federation, a Fulani man, Abubakar Malami, senior advocate of Nigeria, and a Fulani man that heads the Department of State Services, over the invasion, assassination attempt on Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho's residence on the 1st of July 2021. But this Justice Muslim Hassan said, and I quote, that the appellant filed 6 grounds of appeal, asking the court to determine if the trial judge, a Yoruba man, Justice Akintola, was right to determine the issue of fundamental human rights. If the trial judge, Justice Akintola, was right to assume jurisdiction of the case against the federal government agency. If the originating motion of the respondent was competent, if the respondent was right to take up arms against the government. I'm not sure whether Igboho ever took arms against the government. But what we can say is we have Fulani that is moving around with AK-47 and AK-49, and there's a lot of evidence to that. Let us hear what the Benue State Governor, Governor Otom, had to say to us, that this government, this incompetent government, this government that promised change, this government that could not pay salary, this government that has now allowed ASU to go on indefinite strike, this government that has economy, this government that has failed in security, this government that could not defend anybody. Even the president convoy was attacked. And the question now is there a fair justice system? Make una hear wetin Governor Otom had to say.
To the less than 40 million we had in the 1950s. So there is no way we can talk about open grazing. In my state, for instance, there is no land for open grazing, but there is land for ranching. And this is the global best practice. If we accept this, this problem will be over. And that is why most of my colleagues, in fact, the entire of my colleagues, irrespective of their party affiliation from the South, accepted that, look, the way to go, it is ranching. Most of the states in the North have also accepted that, look, the way to go, it is ranching. And I have recommended to Mr. President and his handlers that, look, just like we subsidize agriculture and provide subsidy for fertilizer and all that, we can do the same thing for herdsmen, because ranching, it can be a little bit expensive compared to open grazing. So we can actually help this our herders by ensuring that we have subsidy for, in terms of water we provide, because their cattle takes a lot of water, in terms of fees that we provide. And we can devise several other ways. And I can assure you, I'm a farmer, and I know the challenges that we're talking about. I have a ranch, and I know the problems.
That is just one out of some of the interview that Governor Otom gave about the Nigeria. But I really want us to listen to this particular one.
Mr. President, we want justice. Justice must prevail. We want you to allow us to use AK-47 the same way the Fulanis are using.
Okay, I hope you are hearing these. These are the residents of the Benue State after so much massacring, killings, and now also saying to the president that we cannot continue. I am not asking this question. I've not even played what Comrade Kunle Olayomi said on the mainstream media in Nigeria that says that it seems that some people wants to Islamize Nigeria, but it doesn't seem that everybody is taking note of that, because everybody is scared in Nigeria to talk about something like this. But we can talk about it because we don't live in Nigeria, and we have a system that allows us to be balanced and talk about issues. It doesn't matter what it is, but let's hear more from what the residents are sending to President Muhammadu Buhari.
We saw them with our eyes. We are speaking Fulani, not bandits.
Okay, I hope you can hear they categorically sure that they were speaking Fulani. This is not armed bandit as we have been told. But this is a government that is so incompetent that could not save the lives of so many Nigerians, but rather is now saying that Igboho was wielding her arms against the government for self-determination that is his right. Let's listen a little bit more.
They came and attacked, they killed more than 20 people. Their aim was to attack the IDP camp. But because of the neighboring villages, they killed and with injured. Some are at the hospital right now. Mr. President, if you know you are in power, if you know you're president of this country, we voted for you, and you must rise and do something. Yes, we'll do our best. We must do our best. My name is Mr. Amos Amo. I'm the youth leader of this community. This is our Bagina village. Thank you.
I'm from this community. At about 12 o'clock last night, or this morning, I was working with the news that the Fulani headsmen have killed so many people in this community. And this is not the only community presiding over. Recently, just about 5 days ago, they killed so many within the same community. And they have been killing, there have been so many killings, and
so these are just so many of atrocity being committed by Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, but the legal system has not been able to identify them. The legal system does not even know where they are, but El Rufai thinks he knows their contact number. Remember that those that were kidnapped, killed, and those that are still in the hands of the terrorists after the Abuja train attack on March 28th, almost some 4 months ago, are still yet to be found or brought back to their family rather. But like I always say, may Nigeria never happen to you, because if Nigeria happened to you, you will understand the consequence of some of these conversations average Nigeria is going through. Let me quickly read some of your comment, because the comment is coming in so very fast, and I'm going to start from Oduatide says Ekweto. Yemi Tokwe says Ekweto, sir. Said Jimo, Yoruba Nation now, thank you, Mr. Koiki. Sulaiman Yusuf say, hello, Koiki. Eku Sheo. Kunle Shita says, good evening, Mr. Koiki. Good evening to you. Mojib Babatunde says, Koiki Babawa, well done, keep it up. I say, thank you so much. Kunle Shita also says, good evening, everyone. Sulaiman Yusuf say, Yoruba Nation no going back. Taiwo Sulaiman says, Mr. Koiki, Eku Sheo, Dua, Agbewa o. Yoruba Nation now. Moji Babatunde say Yoruba Nation tiwa ti duro inshallah. You also say Yoruba Nation tiwa no going back. Moji also say Yoruba Nation has come to stay. Kunle Shita say Oduatide, good evening. Said Jimo says amen. Also Balogun say good evening to you. Happy Rashid, good evening. Adesina Adeyemo Koiki, well done. Treasury Road says Oduatide Mokinyo. That's some great things going on there. Mrs. Liz Dada says, Mr. Olayomi Koiki, good evening to you, my beautiful sister. I love you so much, and thank you so much, for the good work you're doing and the support all the time. Tony said, good day, Koiki. Good evening from here in London. The time now is 18:45. I say, Treasury Law says, no justice in Nigeria when it comes to government and citizen. Yawaruka Yatamami said, good evening to you all the way in France there. I say good evening to you as well, Liz Dada. Once again, say, Mr. Koiki, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you as well. And as the comment keeps coming in, Medina says, it's not looking so, my brother. Bribing here and there has collapsed the justice system. Why so? Injustice is slapping Yoruba face left and right. And yes, we have so-called leaders following the Fulani. Medina says, big no to that. Rukayat with all kind of loves. And as we continue to read some of your comment there, Taufik said Yoruba Nation now. Modena said, how many houses does not have a Muslim cousin or family, vice versa? We exchange visit during each other's religious ceremonies. Why do we follow the deadly Fulani's animals? Quite right. That is why we say we are better off to dissolve Nigeria. So that is some of the comment that is coming in quickly and very fast. And I'm going to be reading some of those. And I'm going to be sorry about that. I'm going to be reading some of the ones that is coming as well quickly. Babatunde says, love you too. Ibrahim Bello said there's no good justice system in Nigeria. Rachel, thank you so much, my beautiful auntie. People never believe it now. They know. And I'm asking the question, do you think that Nigeria wants to be Islamized? I never said so. I'm going to be playing that to you in just about a few minutes. Ayamiku say, Adamawa State government gave security allowed that Boko Haram are now opening more prisons. Nigeria is just a comedian country. And if we do not allow Nigeria to dissolve, more ethnic people will be facing difficulties financially. There will not be much to eat. There will be poverty. As we know that Nigeria remains the capital poverty of the world. Imagine that Boko Haram are now opening prison cell in a particular state in Adamawa, northeast of Nigeria. Our grandmother, Mama Felicia, you say, ẹjọ́ tí Fúlàní ni wọ́n dá yín, Ọlọ́run ọba yóò gba ètò bàbá wa Ìgbòho fún wa. They are working with some Omoale Yorubas. All of them will soon be disgraced in Jesus' name. Thank you. Aderiran Allah says, justice in Nigeria have died. Tikpe. That means, long time ago, for those that probably will not understand tikpe. If they are Boko Haram, that will have pardoned them and given them money as well. Thank you so much once again, my beautiful auntie Rachel. Adekunle Alabi, you also talked about yes, Ayomiko said Nigeria is officially an Islamic state, and let's see if we can back you out with that based on what these the late not late, sorry, apology, our former comrade Kunle Olayomi. This is what he has to say. Some few years ago, on the mainstream media in Nigeria?
Sentiments is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. I say you want me to start mentioning names of people in this
Okay,
country.
remember that, it's actually saying that there are few people in this country that wants to Islamize Nigeria with the facts. He said maybe I would have expected to mention the names, but let's hear a little bit more. Once again, if you've just joined me, every Wednesday at exactly 6 p.m. local time, because we're running the same time here in the Yoruba land, or those I still think is in Nigeria, but right here in UK and that part of the globe is the same time, and the time now is just 18:49. That means 11 minutes before 7 p.m. Let's hear more to see whether some people are planning to Islamize Nigeria, according to Dr. Kunle Olayomi, a former comrade that works with the government, not just this government. He says he works with almost all the government in Nigeria before.
That we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team.
Good evening to you, Mr. Marcos Ayodele Victoria.
High-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized. I'm a federal person. My mind is federal. My brain is federal. My loyalty is federal. I do things for the federal government.
I hope you're listening.
So I cannot come here and try to be sentimental. No. I'm a federal person. So
Okay.
will your life be at risk now?
I don't care.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
And my colleagues, they know me.
Okay.
Those people that listen to me, they know me.
So you just had him there, and let's go back to the court case. But before I do that, I say good evening to you, Bright Alabi. Good evening to you, Kasali Mutairu. Good evening to you, my mother, Janet Martin. We were together on Monday with all the Odua children, and I'm so happy that you got back home safely after the crowd. But we had a very great time. For those of us that attended, I say thank you so much to Bashegun, Dr. Bashegun, the leader of the Ilano UK, that also was present there, and my beautiful sister Fumi that was also present there as well. Once again, I'm asking the question. Good evening to you, Prophetic Rufus. Well done, you said. I'm also reading some of your comments. Believe yourself. You say, well done, brother. Oladapo, Yoruba Nation now. Addition Adeyemo says, Koiki, well done. Arole Baba 1010. You say, Ekushe Takun Takun Baba. Thank you so much. And I'll be giving you a call just after the program tonight. I can only say good evening to my beautiful, loving, peaceful mother that has been the backbone of myself and also the rest of our children. And that is one and only my beautiful mother. I say good evening. You say good evening, Star Radio UK, Olayomi Koiki on Niger Voices and all the fans. So now let's come back to the court case of Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. Do you think that we will ever get a fair justice system in Nigeria? The reason why I'm asking this question is it is Sunday Igboho today. It could be somebody else some other time. And if we do nothing, are we going to allow this to continue? It is time that we speak so that the world understand the magnitude of what an average Nigeria is going through. A lot of people are saying that they want Nigeria to be divided because already Nigeria is divided. And there's evidence to that because we are running two different legal systems in Nigeria. The legal system that is being run in the northern part of Nigeria today is completely different from the one running in the southwest, the middle belt, and the southeast of Nigeria. And I'm asking the question, is it right that a judgment like Chief Sunday Igboho that we thought was more than fair enough, even though we cannot replace a life that was lost at that particular incident? We're talking about the death of our brother, our father, our uncle, Alhaji Adisa Adogon, and likewise Alhaji Fatai. These are the two pictures of the two people we're talking about. Even if 20 billion is given to their family, it cannot replace a life. Not to talk about the property, the damages, the animals that was killed. And I'm asking the question that, are we ever going to see a fair justice system in Nigeria? Additional Adeyemo says, I would like Chief Sunday lawyer to stop appearing in a court on any issue in which verdict has been pronounced, but persist on revalidating judgment perverted through other legal means. Good evening to you, David Stephanie. You say Yoruba Nation not going back. You also continue to say, additional Adeyemo, lest they will pervert other verdict pronounced on Chief Sunday Igboho issues. Apart from the fact that this is Chief Sunday, do you think that a government that released criminals that have corrupted the country, stolen money? Remember that the presidency released some criminals, pardoning them, their same cronies that have stolen so much. Is there really a fair justice system in Nigeria? Is the question I'm asking. And I want you to help me out, those of you that are watching us from all the platforms. Good evening to you, Mrs. Stella Ojo, Jekoma Osha, Babadami Lola. You also said, White Lion, your hard work for Yoruba Nation sovereignty is highly appreciated by all of us, and I say thank you so much. Lukman and your Wale say thank you so much. Aziz Adeyemi say Yoruba Nation now. Banjolu Agbenga said they are opening the prison doors for prisoners to fight against our Yoruba Nation. Mrs. Stella says, we are waiting eagerly for the mega rally in Yoruba land. I'll be discussing about all that. I'll be giving you all the upcoming rallies that will be coming up from Akure to Iseyin to Agege in Lagos. Anthony Joshua said, good evening to Mr. Koiki. Toddler in Nigeria knows that Nigerian judiciary is dead. Only Yoruba foolish politicians are still shouting one Nigeria, and their generations will die in penury. God will collect our father's right for him in the name of Jesus Christ. Ibrahim Bello said, break up Nigeria to save life. Mrs. Dorcas Kazim said, good afternoon. I say, good evening. Yoruba Nation will pull out. Lashele Dumari. I say, Amio. Babatunde Omoni says, love you. I love you too. Ibrahim Bello also said, there is no good justice system in Nigeria. Keep your comment coming. I'll be reading them out as I come across them. Oluwafemi Kokwala said, well done, Sakoiki. Enjoying your programs all day. Yoruba Nation now, no going back. Princess Adepimpe says the Fulanis are in fact joking. That money will be paid. Let me take you through what was actually said by the judge. I want some of you to go on the Star Radio UK on Twitter and help us to retweet. If you can, that will be so nice of you. Do you think that we can get a fair justice system? Let me walk you through what has actually been said yesterday. The Court of Appeal sitting in Ibadan, yes, is to Yoruba, to Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, aka Sunday Igboho, against the Department of State Security Services that wanted to assassinate him in his home. But a Fulani judge known as Justice Muslim Hassan that was appointed by another Fulani man that is the Attorney General of the Federation. Remember, in his lead judgment in an appeal filed by the Attorney General of the Federation, a Fulani man, Department of State Services, remember that is headed by another Fulani man, and the other department to contest the judgment of the lower court. To be recalled that Justice Akintola had awarded a sum of 20 billion naira damages against the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, a Fulani man, and the Department of the State Services, another Fulani man held in that position over the assassination and invasion of Igbo's resident last year, July 2021. But it doesn't seem that the appeal judge, the Fulani man, would like to take it on that Igbo should be awarded 20 billion naira. But remember that the same government has actually paid billions of naira to the terrorist that is kidnapping and killing Nigerians. Even one of the wives was allowed to give birth in a very good hospital in Abuja. I'm sure you remember that. All this is happening this year. That the government continued to pump money to the Fulani terrorists. But yet, the same Fulani government that wanted to kill Chief Sunday Igboho. And this is why we are saying that. Is there really a fair justice system in Nigeria? And I'm asking those of you that are watching us from all the platforms. We have the Buhari that is a Fulani man. I'm talking about the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's a Fulani man. And even Governor Otom, I've said it so many times, that Buhari, a Fulani man, has refused to say so much about the killings. This is what he said some few months back. I'm talking about no one but the governor of Benue State, Governor Otom. He has even asked, why keep Nnamdi Kanu when we have terrorists that is moving around with AK-47? This is what he has to say. Let's listen to him.
And all the potentials that we have.
Yeah, but Your Excellency, let me just follow up on something in your opening remarks when you said you had spoken with the president and...
I want us to listen to this. This is a sitting governor of one of the 36 states of Nigeria known as Governor Otom. He has spoken to a Fulani president about the injustice, the killing that is taking place in Nigeria. But right now, we could not even understand why we still want to be part of a country called Nigeria for those that believe in Nigeria. Not us. Let's hear what the governor had to say. Once again, a very good evening.
His handlers on a separate occasion. So what was his response when you spoke to him about this?
His response, Mr. President has a set mind. Let me tell you, I've spoken to him personally. And his outing publicly also confirms what he told me. Mr. President believes that for peace to reign in Nigeria, there must be open grazing. There must be provision for cattle routes. There must be provision for grazing areas. And according to him, Mr. President feels that those grazing areas that were enacted, especially in the northern states, and cattle routes, those who have encroached on it, because I raised it with him, and he insisted that those who have encroached on it should be relocated. That was why I told him that, look, we are no longer in the 50s. We are no longer in the 60s, because the population have overgrown the land what we have. Land is not increasing, but today we have over 200 million people compared to the less than 40 million we had in the 1950s. So there is no way we can talk about open grazing. In my state, for instance, there is no land for open grazing, but there is land for ranching. And this is the global best practice. If we accept this, this problem will be over. And that is why most of my colleagues, in fact, the entire of my colleagues, irrespective of their party affiliation from the South, accepted that the way to go it is ranching. Most of the states in the north have also accepted that, look, the way to go, it is ranching. And I have recommended to Mr. President and his handlers that, look, just like we subsidize agriculture and provide subsidy for fertilizer, and we can do the same thing for herdsmen, because ranching, it can be a little bit expensive compared to open grazing. So we can actually help these our herders by ensuring that we have subsidy for, in terms of water we provide, because their cattle takes a lot of water, in terms of fees that we provide. And we can devise several other ways. And I can assure you, I'm a farmer, and I know the challenges that we're talking about. I have a ranch, and I know.
Let's hear this again. And once again, I want us to remember that the current situation that we are facing in Nigeria will continue if we allow it to continue. If we do not say enough is enough. But Nigerians want a new election. Let's listen to this.
President to give me license for my community volunteer girls to own AK-47. If they don't give me, I will ask them for that. I'm not going to stop it. Yes. It is the same president I believe, and I know who was President Muhammad Buhari during the military era, and the now president. He will give me a license so that...
Well, I'm not sure whether you get a license, because we have a Fulani government that is now literally overrunning a country called Nigeria, but it doesn't seem that Nigeria get the message. I'm asking again, are you sure that the justice system in Nigeria is working? I'm asking the question. Now, as we move to the second phase of the conversation tonight, while we continue to read some of your comments, let us remember that this Justice Azan also said, and I quote, in his judgment held that Justice Ladiran Akintola, hear this very well, acted on a wrong principles of law. Imagine if a Fulani man is telling a Yoruba man that he acted on the wrong principles of law. But we have a law that allows the Fulani to move around with AK-47, kill as innocent Nigerians, kidnap them, rape them, destroy their farmland, and yet there's no justice to serve them. The Fulani judge, known as Justice Azan, is actually saying that Justice Ladiran Akintola acted on the wrong principles of law in awarding the cost to Igboho 20 billion, adding that the judgment of the lower court was not supported by any evidence but by two affidavits. So what they are actually saying that there's no evidence to indicate that the federal government, an evil government, will go into an innocent resident in the middle of the night with machine guns, with AK-47. They even went, some of you might understand, they went with our traditional women or men because they wanted to kill Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. They were able to kill two innocent people. But the Fulani judge is saying, and I quote, that Justice Adeladiran Akintola, a Yoruba man, you're not acting very well. You can see why some of us say Nigeria can never work, just as Soviet Union never worked. Gorbachev tried to make a reform. And let me take you back a little bit to one of the last Soviet leader that died yesterday at the age of 91. Mikhail Gorbachev, the former Soviet leader who brought the Cold War to peaceful end, has now died aged 91. Mr. Gorbachev took power in 1985, just 2 years when Buhari was a military dictator that literally overthrown a civilian government. is now back again in Agbada. Imagine a former, and they say, parent, listen to your teacher. We are the leader of tomorrow. Imagine Buhari, that was the military dictator that wanted to kidnap Umaru Diko in 1984 in London. Or maybe you never heard about that story. That it was Buhari that gave the order, and the same Buhari is coming to London for medical treatment. Hallelujah. Imagine Buhari, the same Buhari that is now telling you that he wants to, is actually sent Vice President Osibajo to America to go and bring investors to a country where criminal terrorists are moving around with AK-47. I saw Osibajo, on the presidential aircraft going to America so that they can bring in, instead of them to be winding down, that the country will dissolve, just as Soviet Union did in 1991. Mr. Gorbachev took power in 1985, just 2 years when Nigeria was still dealing with, in 1983, with the dictator, Buhari. The same Buhari is now back in Agbada, but remember that he committed a lot of crime by trying to kidnap somebody in London. They've actually injected Umaru Diko, and he was already in the cage with a Nigerian Airways waiting to take him back to Nigeria. But at a suit of information, that aircraft was not allowed to move until it was searched. And right in the cage was Umaru Diko. He has been injected. And we have a lot of Nigerian youth now that are running up and down, wants to vote APC, PDP, and Labour Party. And we are saying that the country is not, the center is not holding, because you will never get a fair justice system. As a Yoruba man, you will not. Nnamdi Kanu is going through what he's going through because he's demanding for Biafra. And Buhari doesn't want to hear anything about Biafra because he actually said that we kill about 1 million of you. If you try it again, we will kill as many one of you. Imagine that a lot of Biafrans that should be supporting Biafra are actually out there thinking that because the federal government has proscribed them as a terrorist organization. Even some Yoruba are also saying that they are a terrorist organization. But we have the real terrorists that they are saying they are bandits. Can you see the way Nigerians are thinking? A government that has not said that the bandits should be called terrorists, because every media in Nigeria today are told to call them bandits. But yet we have an average Nigerian today happy that Nnamdi Kanu has been kept in the custody of the DSS. But outside, there is so much danger because Nnamdi Kanu is still in the custody of the government that was looking for him, but the government is scared to bring him to the court. And we are waiting for the next court case on October 11. So do you think that Nnamdi Kanu, that the government said actually run away, but the government never told us that they actually sent in Operation Python Dance to kill him, just as they wanted to kill Igboho in September 2017. More than 30 innocent lives and a dog was killed when the same government of Buhari, as he did when he wanted to kidnap Umaru Diko, here in London. Imagine in 1984, some of you youths in Nigeria probably never heard about this story, that your present president wanted to kidnap an innocent Nigerian. I'm not saying that he didn't have a crime on his head, but he could have gone to the court in London and demanded his extradition back to Nigeria. But rather, he went through the illegal means. He went through the black market by giving some people money and say that wherever you find Umaru Diko, make sure you kill him. And if you can't kill him, bring him back to me. And that was actually what they did. Umaru Diko was found in London. They injected him, caged him, and there was an aircraft that has Nigerian Airways waiting at the airport to take back Umaru Diko back to Lagos. But somebody, the secretary that was working for Umaru Diko, noticed the kidnapping that was taking place in the street of London, right here in London, not too far from the Notting Hill Carnival area. She alerted the police. The police then become suspicious of the Nigerian Airways that flew in. They had to stop they had to actually stop, the leverage that they would have given to such an aircraft. because they wanted to search it. And immediately in the cage was Umaru Diko, drugged already, about to be taken back to Nigeria. Somebody said, how many UK presidents come to Nigeria for receive treatment? Even how many of them come to London for meeting? Imagine Obasanjo, Peter Obi, Atiku, Wike, even your governor, the useless one in Oyo State that couldn't save the lives of innocent people in Oyo State that were killed recently. They were all here in London having meeting, and Nigerians think that is normal. That, when there's an election coming up, they must fly to London to hold a meeting here. How many times has the Labour Party had to fly to Nigeria to hold a meeting in Nigeria? And this is what we are saying, that are you sure that there's a very good justice system for every single one of us? Or is it just one system for one person and something else for somebody else? My name is Olayomi Koiki, and you're still watching Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And as we continue to say, may Nigeria never happen to you. I've got a message here as well that says, please help. I was just on the phone to her in Nigeria about a couple of minutes ago. Alas, kidnappers entered the house and took her away. Imagine the amount of kidnapping that is taking place in Nigeria. It was only last week, I cannot show you this picture. A man actually commits suicide. I have the picture in front of me, but we cannot show you because of the graphics of it. And I'm asking the question, are we going to continue like this? Is this the Nigeria that you want? Are you sure Nigeria is still working? As the 77th United Nations General Assembly will start on the 13th of September, which is about 13 days from today, high-level debate will commence on the 20th till the 27th, where every part of the global world will be in New York. This is the time period we need to do our declaration. This is what somebody have just sent to me. That is between the 20th and the 27th. Imagine. Once again, a very good evening. And like I said, we might just have a brief guest that might join us. Once again, as we're waiting to see if my guest will join, I'm not going to tell you who my guest is, but when it comes up, then you will be able to see who this particular person is. He's going to talk about briefly about the situation that we know when it comes to the court case that we are presently witnessing in Nigeria about Chief Sunday Igboho. We might talk briefly about some other areas as well. But one thing is, this is Star Radio UK, and we try all our best, to bring you, the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, where we bring you everything that you need to know. Nigeria, what does it mean to you as an African? When you look at Nigeria today, what does Nigeria literally mean to you? Because Nigeria means different things to some of us. To someone like me, Nigeria means that it needs now to be dissolved. Its time has literally expired. And we can no longer continue to remain a fool that Nigeria will work. Nigeria has failed a lot of us because the joining of Nigeria together by the British government in 1914 has done more damage than good to Nigerians. It is not just about the injustice. It is also about It's also about the current situation that we've all been told different kind of lies. Remember that some of those lies was that River Niger was found by Mungo Park. That lie has now been officially debunked. Mungo Park never, not even his father, not even his great-grandfather would have found River Niger. But we were told these for a very, very long time, until some of our own historians started going back and saying, hold on, how old is Mungo Park? Because my great-grandfather told us that this river has been there for a very long time. All I can now say is, to those of you that are still believing Mungo Park never founded River Niger, we are still on the 31st of August 2022 as we are now going into a new month from tomorrow. There will be a lot of activities about the Yoruba Nation awareness. I'll be telling you all that from about 7:30. For those of you that would like to know what is going on in the Yoruba Nation movement and where are we, some wants to know when is going to be the declaration. Some of you wants to know when is going to be the mega rally. I'll be giving you some of the information that you need to know. So you've got to stay tuned while we are still waiting for communication. While we are still waiting for communication from our guest that is still, going to be joining us very soon. Once again, Mr. Adeshina says, Koiki, what of a woman at Lekki Road who was so depressed and naked herself in the filling station attempt to set herself? I think, I saw that video. It's about some few weeks ago. But yes, I've definitely come across that video. Quite a lot of people are depressed in Nigeria. Adeshina also says, how will a Fulani man judge preside on a Yoruba issue in Yoruba land? How many Yoruba judges posted to adjudicate on the Fulani issues in the north? This comes by endorsement of our politicians. Shame on them. Peter says, shame to the Southerners. Once again, keep your comment coming, and I'll be reading them as we have them on Star Radio UK. Kenny Adelani says, there can never be fair justice in Nigeria because Nigeria is run by animal in human form. Yoruba Nation is our promised land. Yoruba Nation no going back. Oladele Abiodun said, they burned down my car last Thursday because of illegal bunkering. Wow. So sad to hear that. Mr. Oladele, his vehicle was burned down because of an illegal bunkering. Rotimi says, well done, brother. Good evening to you. Please, let's do something now before it is too late. Oladele is also saying. Once again, keep the comment coming, and we are reading all the comments from all the platforms. Bob Oni says, that is why Fulani banned history in Nigerian schools. Many youth are unaware that the story of the Boko Haram, Buhari kidnapping Umaru Diko in 1984. Yes, that story is not a fiction. It actually happened in London here in 1984, and I'll be giving you more information about that. 1922, which is just 7:22 p.m. local time in London, same time in Yoruba land, and same time for those that still believe that Nigeria is a country. Mrs. Modukwe says, all the people involved in the act in Sunday Igboho house will not go unpunished, as Almighty God will punish them and their family. They all died the way they killed the people in Sunday Adeyemo, and they will not have rest of mind. In Jesus' name, I say, Ashe. Ise. Isusola, my auntie says, all love. Yinka Gudele also says, end Nigeria now. I totally agree. Let us remember that Nigeria has killed so many people. Simon Adebisi says, dictatorial and finance and subsidy, these are democracy. So far, no house has approved. Comfort Adelaya says, no, there can never be justice in Nigeria. Break it up to save lives. Let's go our separate ways. Yoruba Nation, now. Once again, a very good evening. As hopefully, like I said, we might have a guest that will join us briefly, like I said, because of our time. We're still here, but he's just going to join us because it's an impromptu. While we are still waiting for that, we will just continue, the conversation. As we say all the time, there's a lot happening in Nigeria. You can only understand if it happens to you. We had a caller on my program separate from here that says that the sister had a fall from the bathroom. It's normal thing. I mean, it's not normal, but these things happen across the world. She was actually taken to an hospital that could have said, this hospital do not take care of such incident, such crisis. Rather, they gave her 3 pints of blood, somebody that was already under, all kind of stress. And as you can tell, there was no oxygen in that particular hospital. She eventually died last week. These are just one out of so many injustices that is taking place in Nigeria. And I asked the question, are we sure that we still want to be part of Nigeria? Healthcare is not working. Education, all the students are now sleeping at home since February 14 this year. How can we say we have a country that does not value students? How do we say we have a country that the student is not being given a priority? Is there a fair justice system? Are we ever going to get one if we remain in one Nigeria? For those of us that are clamoring for self-determination, that is the right of the indigenous people. Do you think that being part of Nigeria will make our life better, or stay away from Nigeria and demand a peaceful exit, just as it happened during the Soviet Union? The last man or the last leader of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, passed on yesterday. May so rest in peace. 15 countries came out of Soviet Union on the 26th of December 1991 without any bloodshed. Professor Banji Akintoye has written letter to the President Muhammadu Buhari as we are now going into the self-determination conversation next 1 hour. But when my guest comes back, we might go back quickly to the issue of, is there a fair justice system? Maybe towards the end of the program at about 8 o'clock, we might open the phone line briefly, but please do not attempt to call yet, where you can also have your say on this conversation. For those that are other African countries and looking up to Nigeria as a big brother, we can tell you that there's nothing called big brother in Nigeria. Nigeria has actually failed everyone. Mrs. Liz Dada said, this is so sad. How could these heartless criminals parade themselves as a ruler? Pathetic. As I always say, those of you that are now watching us on the Instagram, on Koiki, you might have to switch to any other platform on Star Radio UK, or you can go on Olayomi Koiki on the other Instagram, as they will be, cut off from the one that you are watching from. We appreciate those of you that also watch us from all the platforms, but remember that Star Radio UK comes up every Wednesday, where we look at the issues affecting indigenous people and also the Nigerians as a whole. Peter Obi is currently in America as he continues to try to tell the diaspora about his ambition to become the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come 2023. Tinubu visited Jonathan yesterday as he was still not able to walk on his feet properly, and he actually had to be guided by Jonathan. That image is already circulating on the social media. My question then is, once again, as we're waiting patiently for our guest, we would like to say thank you so much to those of you that have joined us. Those of you that have joined us so far this particular evening, where we bring you the best in what is going on. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and like I always say, this is where you get everything that you need to know. Like I say, the guest is not going to spend all day with us. It's just going to join us briefly, and we hope we can learn something from him when he joins us eventually. As I always say, Nigeria is going through, terrible time. Last week we talked about whether we should turn off the oxygen, and a lot of people agree that the oxygen needs to be turned off. Some say we shouldn't even turn it off. We should allow that oxygen and save it for the next. That we should save that for the next, country like the Yoruba nation that we're all clamoring for. Like I said, as soon as my guest is done, we will then go straight to the self-determination, and I'll open the phone line, like I said, at about 8 o'clock. But like I said, we are just waiting for the signal from my engineer on the back end, and hopefully we will see my guest that will be joining us, and he will be discussing everything that we need to know with me this evening on Star Radio UK. Star Radio UK, it is, and he will be discussing the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Is there still a fair justice system in Nigeria? And like I said, while we are waiting patiently for my guest, to join me, we would also like to appreciate every single one of you that continue to listen to us, that continue to support this Star Radio UK, that continue to believe in what we do here on Star Radio UK. We couldn't have done all these without your own support. Like I said, I'm just waiting, and as soon as the signal is clear, I would then be, going straight to speak to my guest. I would then also be, literally, be going straight to the self-determination. Like I said, we're just waiting for that signal, to come through. And as soon as that signal comes through, I would then, quickly, get the view. And I guess if all is coming through, my guest is just about to come live with me. Yes, we have the one and only. It's not going to be all night. I would like to appreciate him for the very short notice. I can see the signal of my guest. And I say thank you so much to my engineer. I don't want to waste too much of our time because time is so precious with somebody like him. And I'd like to welcome on the Star Radio UK, the one and only Simon Ekpa. I say good evening. It is the 31st of August, 2022. Welcome to Star Radio UK, Simon Ekpa. I hope you can hear me back there.
I can hear you now.
Okay, well, your images is still being worked on, but I can see you, but I know the engineer. And right there, you got in there. Let's just leave him there. Let's get his face up there. I think that is still coming up. While we are still getting the picture coming up, let's go straight to it because of the time constraint. There is an issue in Nigeria, and my topic this evening is there still a fair justice system in Nigeria? We have two cases that are very, very important to so many of us. The one that we will discuss to start with, we will probably go a little bit into Chief Sunday Igboho. I also want us to discuss about, our brother, our own one and only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that was renditioned and kidnapped back to Nigeria. And the question, Simon Ekpa, is there a fair justice system in Nigeria? And I'll give you all to go ahead while I just keep quiet.
Thank you very much, my dear brother Koiki, for that question, and thank you very much for bringing me here, this day, because the time again has come after we experience tribulation, challenges, and all that.
and now we are getting back to our feet, and the struggle continues as usual. So thank you very much for bringing me to this program. Yes, your question is very, 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 I would say, an important one at this particular point in the struggle for Yoruba nation and, of course, for Biafra. We know from the onset, anybody that is part of Oduduwa Yoruba nation and Biafra nation, and by extension, some part of the Middle Belt have actually joined the league, you will know that you will give up on Nigeria, anything Nigeria, including from their justice system, judiciary, and everything has collapsed. And what happened today, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know whether that judgment was today or
yesterday.
Yesterday, okay. When I read that news, the only thing that caught my, I was very curious and eager to know the name of the judge. And that was the first thing I did, is to check for the name of the judge. And when I checked the name of the judge, he was addressed like Haruna, right? Something Haruna?
Yeah, you're right.
Something, he's Muslim.
Usman, yeah.
No, yeah, Muslim, Haruna or something like that. So anyway, and after I saw the name of the judge, and then I take a very quick look down the verdict or the comment from the verdict from the judge itself, and then I see how the judge rated the verdict of the previous court, of the previous judge, where he said the judgment was his personal, as a personal matter or something like that. You know, it was unlike any judge to have rated a fellow judge in his judgment. So it was. So when after seeing that, I say yes.
Justice Muslim Hassan.
Yes, Justice Muslim Hassan. Thank you very much. So if you go down, because I don't have it here, this is very prompt. If you go down to that article or the wording from that judge, you are going to see where he made a comment, trying to ridicule the previous judge, where he said the decision was that the court lacked jurisdiction.
Yes.
And the judge made a decision on personal matters, or, there's a way he put it on that place. So when you look at it, you will find out that it is no longer, this is no longer, this is no longer judiciary. It is now the northern Nigeria versus southern Nigeria. It is now a secular state of the southern Nigeria.
I can just help you quickly. Justice Hassan, in his judgment, held that Justice Ladiran Akintola acted on the wrong principles of law in awarding the cost to Igboho, adding that the judgment of the lower court was not supported by any evidence by the two affidavits. He said Justice Akintola cannot assess using his own conceived parameters, as there was no evidence that quoted the value of the damages at Igboho's residence.
Thank you very much. His own personal parameter. That's what I wanted to say. He used his own personal parameter. That is, below the belt. As a, as a judge, you can't belittle and ridicule a fellow judge by saying that he got the verdict was as a result of his own personal parameter. That personal parameter comes from the context of being a Yoruba judge. And what every other person should understand now is that what is going on is no longer about judiciary, about justice, about fairness, about equity. No, what is happening now is the North versus South. It is the Sharia North versus secular South. That is what is playing here. So they say if the Oduduwa judge have given, because the evidences are there. The DSS did not deny killing people in Igboho's house. DSS did not deny
taking people hostage and kidnapping them from people's house, because that can never be called arrest. DSS have never denied going and shed blood, innocent blood, and even ordinary animals were also humiliated and killed. So it is no law, no court gave that particular order for the DSS to kill people extrajudicially. So, and the evidences are there. You don't need to go and start investigating. Who came to Igbo's house to kill people? Who came to Igbo's house to apprehend people and kidnap them? To DSS Abuja. The people they took away from Igbo's house and the exhibit. So what evidence are you looking for? And the people that they took from Igbo's house went to court. So what evidence are you looking for? On the process of kidnapping the people from Igbo's house, people were killed. So what evidence are they talking about? So when you look at the judgment, you are going to know that it is now, they are now coming openly. They are not scared of anybody, and they don't want to shy away from the fact that Nigeria is already divided. It is now the secular Sharia state and the Sharia state versus the secular southern Nigeria. So they are dividing Nigeria into two, first of all, before going into pieces. Now, the issue here is that after the judgment of the previous court, they went underground and said, okay, is it not Nigeria? Elephant can fly. Let us bring this man, anybody from the Fulani man, let us bring him. It's the same judge in Nigeria, and let him come and overturn this judgment. And they didn't even want to do it in a civil way. Rather, because it lacks everything ethics. It lacks everything that the judge had legal knowledge, even know how to address a fellow judge in public. Everything was lacking. So you cannot come and give a judgment and start berating another judge who may be more educated, more knowledgeable, and more sound than the person they are called Haruna now. So, and then after that, it was not enough. They have to say that he got the evidence from his own personal parameter. How can you substantiate that with evidences that are everywhere? So, my people, it is a call. This particular judgment is a call for everybody to wake up. The same thing was the reason they installed Tanko Muhammad. Everybody knows the Tanko Muhammad came primarily for the election to make sure that nobody will win the election, especially those that want to be part of the governing council of the federation, or those that want to win election, from governors to all that. They want Tanko Muhammad to be there in case anything happens. He is going to do the exact thing this man did now to some people. So it is called the 1989 declaration. Abuja Declaration of 1989 is what is playing. The effect and the outcome of Abuja Declaration is what is taking place now. Because what it means is that take position as much as you can within Nigeria state and change demography. Anything that is going to go against us, take it, you go and turn it around. Anything that is going to favor any other person, you go and turn it around. That is why you have them. That is why you have them everywhere. So, my people of Ududwa Nation, I am here again because whenever something like this happens, we run to each other. Whenever the scratch comes, we run to each other. And that's exactly what I have come here to do today. To inform you people that the time to wake up is now. I am telling you that more shocker is on the way coming. But we are going to disappoint them. Because this time around, we are equal to that. This is not like 19 and whatever they deceived our parents, deceived our elder people, and then install hatred amongst us and all that, and they make us to fight each other. It will never happen again. So this particular thing they did to Sunday Igboho is going to come to everybody that don't believe that Nigeria has collapsed. You can't have such thing, such statement as a verdict from somebody from northern Nigeria to come to Yoruba land and give you a verdict. Can you can you have a day to go to Kano and sit in Kano there and say and pronounce and do the corrupt? Can Adeyinka go to Kano verdict and nullify it? Can Femi Falana go to northern Nigeria? All this while, Femi Falana has been very active and advocate of human rights advocacy and all that. Have you ever heard that Femi Falana went to Kano in court and nullified and and defended somebody very well and all that? I don't think I have ever heard about that. Have you ever heard about it?
No, not at all. Yeah.
So ask yourself, is the Femi Falana human rights activist earning in Abuja and Lagos? Is Kano not part of Nigeria? This is a question that people should be asking. I have never ever in my life heard that Femi Falana was in Kano State in court.
Okay.
So why is that not possible?
I know you're very out of time, and just before you go, let's talk quickly rendition kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu last year, and yet they are still running away from their same court process. As we know, as we're waiting for Nnamdi Kanu to be brought again October 11 in just about a few months from now. Quickly.
We never believe in the judiciary in Nigeria. They have robbed us. So far, so good. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have witnessed what we call the miscarriage of justice. His case has never been tried. Are you aware of that?
No.
And I'm telling you for the very first time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case has never been tried. So how do you get justice from a system like that? A system that committed crime by kidnapping, committed international crime. The system will now come to try, or why he committed a crime, international crime, breaching international treaty and law. The system will now come to give justice to the person they spent money to kidnap. We are looking at how that's going to be possible. But what we are telling Nigeria government, the Fulani Nigeria government, is that we are going to treat them the same with equal force. The same way they are doing what they are doing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, they are going to receive it even times 2 from Biafrans. Our madness is coming. They are going to see our madness very soon. This is not. This is on record and this is live. The way they have treated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and every Biafran, and of course, by extension, all southern Nigerians, we are going to deal with them very soon. Our madness is coming. We are going to tell them that the madness is not only in Fulani blood. We are mad as well. And our madness is coming very soon. It is going to shock everybody.
Wow. Thank you so much for this very important.
We're not expecting to get justice because the justice has been denied. There has been a miscarriage of justice with impunity. For the past 1 year, the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been heard. The only thing we are fighting for is the jurisdiction. The right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't be in Abuja. It should be in the East. That is what is going on now. That Abuja cannot try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed anything, it should be in the East. So the judiciary is dead. Because they don't even respect their own jurisdiction. So the jurisdiction is the question here. Jurisdiction of whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing is not in Abuja. It's in the East. So why can't you take him there and try him? And you can even bring Haruna, what is the name, Islam, whatever the name of the man is that overturned Sunday Igbo's, nullified Sunday Igbo's judgment. You can bring him to East now. Let him come there with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and judge him. So that's what we are doing. And I want you to understand that just like what happened now, that when Sunday Igbo's house was invaded, you now say you are going to Abuja to go and try Sunday Igbo for crime, just like they did. They took the people to Abuja, which is not right. The same thing, so if they know and they actually know the law, which is the law of Nigeria, they would know that they are in shame. They should be covering themselves in shame. Because Sunday Igbo house was attacked. I do not know whether they have what you call federal crime. It should be defined in the Constitution. Where is it in the Constitution of what you can say is a federal crime? Now, if that crime happened in the jurisdiction should be in Yoruba land, not in Abuja. So, and the same thing is applicable. For example, now, they told you that Abba Kaire has been giving what's
Yeah,
going on?
I did.
They say extradite him to US.
Yeah.
And of course, you know the game they are playing because we told them if you go to US, you will never come back. We have our own criminals there. They're going to deal with him in the prison. We say it's not late. Any day he enters California, he will never come back to Nigeria alive. Because he has killed our people and our people are waiting for him in the prison there. So that is why you see all this thing playing up. They don't want to take him to America. And then they say he has committed financial fraud and all that. The same Malami, who claimed to be the Attorney General with over 1,000 lawyers that are advising and filing this on his behalf, didn't know Nigerian law. They didn't know that because he has a case pending in Nigeria, he cannot be extradited. But do you know what they did? They filed application to court on purpose to just gather evidence to say we didn't stop him from going to America. It is court that did it.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
The whole thing is to show you the complete rottenness in Nigerian system. And we are happy by next year we are declaring Biafra.
Thank you so much. I know this is impromptu. We'll bring you at a proper time again. But on behalf of Star Radio UK and the team, I say thank you so much. And you've been listening to Simon Ekpa. I did told you that there will be a special guest, even though we didn't announce that guest until we actually have him here. Thank you so much, Simon Ekpa. And I'm just going to allow you to go. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you.
While the engineer will take him off, I say thank you so much once again to our brother there, Simon Ekpa. You can come off and the engineer will hand over back, back to me here in the studio. Once again, this is how it is done. When we have issues, we will definitely, quickly contact some of our brothers that are also going through the same thing. Like we always say, there is issue in Nigeria. Nigeria has marginalized both the Southeast and the Southwest. And it is time, like we say, that we dissolve Nigeria just as Soviet Union was dissolved in 1991. I hope you enjoy that very short, powerful interview with Simon Ekpa. If I've told you it was Simon Ekpa, some of you would probably have said, really? But we decided to wrap that up, and I hope we learned one or two things, from Simon Ekpa right there. And like I always say to my Yoruba brothers and sisters, this is not 1967. This is right here called the 2022, and we will not allow any kind of division, to be brought into, where the Yorubas are saying we want freedom and the Biafra are saying they want freedom as well. So we must definitely continue to promote, the peaceful exit of both the Yoruba and the Biafrans and even the Arewa right from Nigeria, because Nigeria is not working. At about 9 minutes from now, I would definitely try to get the phone line on so that you will then have opportunity, to call in as well. You can speak in our local language if that is what you feel comfortable with. That won't be any problem at all, because this is what we do right here on Star Radio UK. We allow you to express yourself in the language that you appreciate, in the language that you love so much. And there's no doubt that the Yoruba language is a very beautiful language, and we continue to appreciate that language. As we are now just almost half an hour to the end of the program, which is about 8:30, I will continue to say to those of you that are watching us that we will come up like this sometimes, with a quick, what we can call, connection with different people that can help us, to judge what is actually happening in that geographical location. As the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo once told us that Nigeria is just one geographical location. Once again, thank you so much to my producer, Mr. Archie, that literally working behind the scene, and the rest of the team as well. As we always say, Star Radio UK, it is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Once again, thank you so much to Simon Ekpa for coming on to the live transmission. As we always say right here, may Nigeria never happen to you, because if Nigeria happened to you, you will go through a lot. Once again, let me quickly read some of your comments. Sister Auntie Wurola says, well done, sir. I say, thank you so much. Mrs. Mojade, I say, God bless you, Simon Ekpa. Matthew say, our Biafra brother, Simon Ekpa, thanks for coming. God bless you. And I'm sure we always say, Ise. Bashiru Mustafa say, nice one, Simon Ekpa. And he also says, Simon Ekpa, I appreciate your knowledge. Hashtag Yoruba National, hashtag Biafra National, hashtag say no to 2023 election, hashtag end Nigeria now to save lives. Good evening to you, Wasiu. Good evening to you, Elijah Idiatu. Welcome to the program. Good evening to you. Well done again. And as I'm picking up some of all your comment that is coming through on all the platforms, especially on the Star Radio UK, I say good evening to you, Uboma or Ugombe. I hope I didn't massacre your name. If I do, please do apologize. Apology for that. James, good evening. You say fantastic. Eric Barry say good evening to you. Anything for freedom. Think Yoruba first. Simon Ekpa, I appreciate your knowledge. Thank you so much. Iyawa Comfort says, where are the two dead bodies? Nigeria Fulani jihadist country is full of evil and wickedness. Yoruba and Biafra should stand together in this struggle. And that is what we're going to continue to do. Especially that, remember that Nnamdi Kanu was also kidnapped and rendition back. And the conversation we're having tonight, is literally, do we still believe that there's a fair justice system in Nigeria? And if there's none, then who is still a Nigerian is the question. So right there was, Simon Ekpa that just spoke to us. In 5 minutes, and we will get the phone line on where you can also, share your own views. And like I say, thank you so much, Mrs. Stella Ojo, my two favorite presenters on sovereignty of each nation. Well, I actually called in just 3 minutes into the program this evening, even though we didn't plan that before. It was an impromptu. When I called in, it was actually in a meeting. As you can imagine, he's a very busy man in the fight, for the Biafra nation. But he did promise that after the meeting, he would make sure that he find time to join us, even if it's just for a few minutes. And I think we spent just about 15 minutes with him, and it was quite a very knowledgeable one because, as someone that has, a bit of the legal expertise of these, and also someone fighting for the same cause, just as the Yorubas are doing as well. We could not have appreciated Simon Ekpa more for joining us on the Star Radio UK, this particular evening, the 31st of August, 2022. As we continue to say, Nigeria is definitely going to be a country that we will remember after it has been dissolved, just as Gorbachev will be remembered for the last leader of the Soviet Union. Maybe some of you never know, Soviet Union actually was dissolved, in 1991, and that literally means that 15 countries came out of Soviet Union. That we now know that so many of those countries are doing very, very well. Some of you, like I said, will never understand. Exclusive, what I know about Umaru Diko's failed adoption in London, an ex-diplomat. In all my interactions with the British authorities, I stood my ground that the federal government of Nigeria, would always have, this mind that, if those of you that disagree with them will continue to, kidnap whoever they can kidnap. So, Buhari tried to do that in 1984. That mission failed. He did that this last year by kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu in conjunction with the Kenya authority. And, as we speak right now, nobody can get a fair justice system. Thank you so much once again. This Dada says, thank you, Simon. Ruka Adamomi. African Confidential says, these are the only two people I listen to when it comes to self-determination. Thank you so much. Mrs. Diana Agumbia, they say, God bless you, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And we say, Ise, as we always say. Green for God says, nice one of my brother Koiki for you bringing Simon Ekpa to the program. Julius Tosin said, we should hold Sheyi Makinde responsible for what happened in the Sierra. Yeah, he is the governor of Oyo State, and it was prevailed, according to what we have as our intelligence, that, Chief Sunday Igboho's house will be invaded. And yes, he gave that go-ahead and all clear, and eventually 2 innocent Yoruba men were killed and 12 people were taken away, and the rest, they say, is history. So we are now going to open the phone line for the next half an hour. You will then also have your own opportunity now to tell us is there a fair justice system? Ǹjẹ́ justice system wà nínú Nigeria? For those of you that would like to speak our language, please don't feel reluctant when you call and you want to speak that language. If that is what you want to talk about, please do so, because sometimes our people will feel maybe that we are speaking English, even though we know that English is not our language, but this is the language that is used on Star Radio UK. But we also allow you, to also, if want to speak in our own local dialect, you can also do so. So do not hesitate, to speak in that language should you feel very comfortable. So I'm going to be opening, the phone line in just 1 minute, and the number to call, if you'd like to call, is +44, which is the prefix to UK. If you're calling outside the United Kingdom, 7404405917. The number repeated again is +44 74 04 405917. And that is the number so that kẹ́yìn náà lè ṣe kíni kẹ́ lè láǹfààní láti dá sórí ètò tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ètò náà ló ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ètò pé ìran Yorùbá àti Nàìjíríà ṣé ó sì láti máa lọ together àbí kólúkálukú máa lọ tọ̀dọ̀ tiẹ̀ àbí kílẹ̀ yìí rí sí. Intan sọ ni pé Nàìjíríà tí ó ń ṣe ìjọba lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn, ìjọba rúkí ló ń ṣe, ìjọba tí a ti rí pé apá kan wọ́n ń dájọ́ kan, apá kejì ẹjọ́ mi ló ń dá. Ṣé bá ṣe máa lọ náà títí nìyẹn ni àbí a máa wá nǹkan ṣe sí? Èmi ò mọ̀, mo kàn ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa ni. Tẹ́ bá wá ń gbọ́ wa, ẹ̀yin ò ṣe jẹ́ kájọ gbé yẹ̀wò, ká ìwò lọ́tún lósì, ká wò bí agbọ́dé, káwo ti àgbàlagbà, ẹ bá wa dá sí ètò náà. Ojú òpó ti ṣí. For those of you that would like to call in, let us hear your view this evening on Star Radio UK. We only have, and remember please when you're calling in, the language that we're going to be using in terms of, we will not allow any abusive language, but be right understand that, you can speak your local language, is not a problem, but let us be moderate with the communication because we're streaming, to the international community, and there's also ethics that we use on the Star Radio UK, just as we're operating from the United Kingdom. But you can also call in into the program. So I will have the line available for 20 minutes, and at about 8:20, we will start wrapping up, where we will appreciate and say thank you so much to each and every one of you that have joined us this evening. Once again, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we always say, may Nigeria never happen to you, because Nigeria has literally happened to so many Nigerians, and some of them cannot even say it out. But we are saying this evening, don't allow Nigeria, don't be a victim of Nigeria. Support those that are also fighting for the self-determination. Self-determination is not a crime. It is allowed, just as so many countries around the world has literally said to themselves, we are not interested to be part of your country, and that means they've literally, breaking apart. But for now, it is what it is that so many Nigerians believe that 2023 election is something that they should be thinking about. 2023 election is the best thing for them, but we are saying that 2023 election is not the best option. Just as Soviet Union was dissolved in 1991, I'm sure we can do the same thing and allow Nigeria to dissolve peacefully without any hindrance as well. But it doesn't seem that Nigerians at home in their millions agree with that view, and also they have the right as well. But what we are saying is, as the indigenous people have, the bigger right. I will say thank you, to Simon, and I know he's a very busy man getting ready for his own late night conversation as well, where we are saying that we do, appreciate him so much, for giving us his precious time, to discuss what we actually just said. And those of you that are still, like to have the Yoruba Nation flag. It is available. Get in touch with me if you want to do for your loved ones back home, especially if you want them to also have the flag. Whether the small ones, the big ones, whatever sizes. Get in touch with me, and I will definitely make sure we can arrange that. With as quick as possible to those your loved ones back home. So please reach out to me, and then we can definitely make that available to them. As we always say on this program, that Yoruba Nation is what a lot of the Yoruba people want, and as we continue to appreciate all those of you that are working tirelessly day and night, so that the actualization of the Yoruba Nation can eventually become fruitful. This year, a lot of people might say, how is that going to be possible? How do you expect that to be possible? I say it can be possible. Orile Demi is the next music for the short break. As we always say, that we need to understand that Nigeria is not a country that cannot be divided. The indigenous people are saying that they don't want to be part of Nigeria, and it is their right, to say so. So what we are only saying now is let us allow Nigeria to go its own separate ways, and that way we can have a better country. Orile Demi is the next music. For those of you that probably will not understand that language, Orile literally stands for my own country. For those of us that are saying that Yoruba Nation is not a crime, and we can literally have a Yoruba country without any hindrance. Once again, a very good evening as we are coming towards the final part of the program at exactly 8:30 this evening. I'll be wiping up the program, and until then, let us continue to enjoy this music. Okay, it seems that we have a caller that is calling through. Let's hope they want to also add to the program. Hello, good evening. Do you want to also contribute to the Star Radio UK?
Good evening, sir.
Do you want to join us on the program on the Star Radio UK?
Yes.
Okay, it's okay. You can speak in your language or you can speak in English. It's not a compulsory that you speak, the English, should you feel comfortable with your own individual language. But go ahead, you're live. The question, I'm sure you've seen the topic tonight. Our topic on the Star Radio UK tonight is there still a fair justice system in Nigeria?
The point is that there is no fair justice in Nigeria. As long as Nigeria is concerned, there is no fair justice. For example, we know that he did not commit any crime, but he was extraordinary rendition to Nigeria.
Okay.
In fact, he was kidnapped to Nigeria and brought back to Nigeria.
Okay.
But Abakari, who it is very clear that he committed crime, and the US government requested for him to be extradited to the US.
Okay.
Nigerian government, because he is a Fulani, they refused. So there is many Fulani terrorists have been arrested several times, and within 24 hours they are released. But the innocent ones who are not Fulanis, they are there in the prison, their language, they are suffering. They're in the prison. So there is no fair justice at all
Okay.
in Nigeria, as long as Nigeria is concerned.
Mm.
And that is why, to save lives, Nigeria ought to be integrated.
Okay.
So
Well,
there is no fair justice. Thank you, sir.
thank you so much. And that was our first caller that have just joined us. You can also allow us. Remember that the government wanted to do the same thing with Chief Sunday Igboho if they had the opportunity, if not for the quick intervention of so many of our leaders. Chief Sunday Igboho would have been, kidnapped and rendition back to Nigeria by the same government that did the same thing, to Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya. And like the last caller says, do you also believe or do you agree that there is no fair justice system in Nigeria? While we are still, waiting for your call, we continue with that beautiful music, Orile de Mi. Okay, it looks like we have someone else that is calling as well. Hello, good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. Thank you for your show.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I just want to ask you quickly: is there anybody that still believes that there's justice in that country or Nigeria?
Mm-hmm.
There's no justice, bros. There's never a justice. Even that word Nigeria means no justice. No justice.
Okay.
Let me give you one. Let me share light to it.
Okay.
During the time of military era,
there
was a time Abacha told pensioners that they will build houses for them, 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom.
Yeah, I remember.
They should all pay money. I have my dad's mate and my dad. They all contributed money to. My dad applied for 3-bedroom house.
Okay.
Up till now, that I'm talking to you.
Yes, he's still waiting.
Not giving them their house.
Your dad is still waiting for that house. Maybe the house is still under construction.
Imagine when Obasanjo came in during that civilian time, he raised the issue. They went to court. Some of them will go to court. If they are 10 that goes into that court, you believe that 8 will come out alive. He said that the courtroom is hot. They can't stand it, they die. I follow my dad to that place and I'm saying where they died. Until now, Nigerian government has not paid those people. And they took money from them. So, it's a 419 country. A country where a government is acting like a 419, like a terrorist. Imagine the way they went to Igboho's house. Is that the way, as a civilized military men, that we train them with our taxpayer money? That's what we learn from military. You send a battalion, a whole battalion, you close the main road, no compensation for people on that day. And you went to that house, you destroyed everything in that house. It shows to you that it's a jungle country, a country that has no feeling, no feeling for its citizen. How can a government, without collecting any warrant from the court, you went there in the middle of the night, you killed 2 people? It was a live show, I was watching it on Heritage on that day. Even remember, there was a day the first attack when we were in Nigeria at that time.
I remember.
You show it live as well.
Yeah.
You show it live. I watched it. That one, the Lady K also, I watched it live on Heritage TV on that same day. Killed 2 people there and a nonsense judge. You see, they are just making mockery of their system in that country by themselves. A judge came out and insult his own fellow judge. And you are telling us that there is no evidence that 2 people were killed there. That there is no evidence. What about all those cars that was damaged? Is that what Nigerian military were trained for? Is that what they were trained for? It's because our country is useless. I think they keep paying compensation. And I don't think Nigeria will be able to survive 1 year
with all the compensation they have to pay to all Nigerians in one way or the other. Let me tell you one thing, Mr. Koiki.
Yeah.
Let us ask all Nigerians to bring picture out one day of somebody that has been blessed by the system of Nigeria that died. I bet you many Nigerians will bring picture of their fellow loved ones that died in the hands of Nigerian government. Then we should make that announcement one day, one weekend. Everybody in Nigeria, bring picture out and ask yourself, have they been compensated? All those people that you will see. It's a useless country. Anybody who believes in that country is dead. You are gone because it's the country that you cannot be proud of in all aspects of life. You can't proud of it. Look at the Nothing Carnival, the carnival they did in America. I mean, in England, the other day on Saturday.
Yeah.
What stopped Yoruba nation from having carnival? All our life is full of carnival. All our life. Or one day, let's look at it, Ijebu. What did they do there?
Ojudiaba.
Ekiti, they have their own. Osun, they have their own. Oyo, they have their own. Imagine if we organize all these things in one day. What do you think the Yoruba land will be on that day?
It will be too much for even one day. We can run it for a whole month. For a whole month.
All our children that has been taken away, they will come as tourists on that same day. It's just Nigeria is destroying our talent. We need to move out of that country. It's a useless country. It's a country that you can never be proud of. Imagine they will tell you to take Nigerian passport is 60,000. You will pay 60,000. You will go to another department, they will take money. You will go to this department, they will take money. Okay, how much exactly to get Nigerian passport? It's a useless country. Useless country.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, that is we have about 5 more minutes. If you also want to add your own voice, 2 callers and both agree that Nigeria, justice system is not working. In about 5 minutes, you can still, add your own voice as well. I would like to appreciate once again, each and every single one of you that have joined us. And as we're going to take one more round of our comment, but it looks like we still have one of our mother that also wants to have a voice. Good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK. I'm sure you've been listening carefully behind the camera. Is there still a fair justice system in Nigeria?
Yeah, good evening, my brother. Yeah, I listened to the conversation. In Nigeria, there will be never, till kingdom come, there will be no fair justice. Because the country is being ruled by evil people, and nothing good can come out of evil people. Right from our airport in Nigeria, you can see the display of, corruption. Everybody is corrupt, and they are not even hiding it. It's displayed. It is written on individuals' forehead. So when the government allows such an act to continue in every department, so coming to their justice judiciary system, it's going to be the same. This same issue happened to my dad sometimes ago when there was a problem with the land, family land. We took this thing to court. At the end of the day, the case was turned down and nothing came out of it. So this has been ongoing in Nigeria. Nigeria will never work. It will never work. So it's better to end it now. And I want to use this medium to appeal to our Yoruba people. They should stop accusing Biafrans. We are in this struggle together. Let us work together. Let us fight together. Let us get our individual nation together. Then there will be a law. In each country that has a law that is governing the people are bound, whoever they are, to obey the law of the land. When we get our Yoruba nation, there will be a law to guide individual, and nobody will be above the law.
Thank you so much, and it's good to also balance that conversation. With the female gender, we had the first two caller that were male gender, and as we are just winding down this evening, and before we do so, once again like to appreciate each and every one of you that have joined us, tonight on this particular edition of Star Radio UK. It comes up every Wednesday where we discuss issues, affecting Nigerians, and also as we also continue to talk about the indigenous Yorubas and the Biafrans and even the Arewas that would definitely not want to be part of Nigeria again. Once again, thank you so much, Idia to Moreno, Julius Tosin, Dare, Samuel, and every single one of you that have been part of the program tonight. My name is Olayomi Koiki. I'd like to appreciate my producer, Mr. Michael Carlos. Hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button and share it to as many of your friends. Henry Uncle says, wow, that was great, Mazi Simon. I thought I could wrap that up. Okay, looks like we still have maybe somebody that also wants to call in. And let's go straight to the caller. Hello, good evening from the United States of America. Hello, good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK. Hello, we're live. You're live on Star Radio UK. You'd like to contribute on the program?
Good evening, everybody.
You're welcome.
Please, may I allow to speak my language because I don't hear vernacular.
Well, you don't have to even ask. You can just go ahead and let us hear what you want to say. We will translate that to our audience. You're welcome.
Àti màmá tó sọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀kan tí a bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ilé tí ikú ó yẹ ká mọ nǹkan tí ó yẹ ká ṣe kí kálukú wa ká ti mọ ìgbésẹ̀ tí ó yẹ kí a gbé fún àpẹẹrẹ bàbá tó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa tí a bá tiẹ̀ ní ká ṣe ọdún ìṣẹ̀ṣe a ní pé ní àwọn ìlú kọ̀ọ̀kan sìn wọ́n ti ń gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé ọdún ìṣẹ̀ṣe fún àpẹẹrẹ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tí ó lọ mo rí kà ní orí Facebook a rí i pé gómìnà Ondo State ó fi upgrade ó fi ta àwọn ọba kọ̀ọ̀kan lọ́rẹ ní àkókò lọ́hùn-ún tó wá pa á láṣẹ fún wọn pé ọdúnkọ́dún nípa ti ìṣẹ̀ṣe bìíní wọ́n fẹ́ gbé wò kúrò wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ pín ya ọjà. A rí i pé àpẹẹrẹ ẹ̀yọ́ fi àpẹẹrẹ tó bá pé ọjà kan pàápàá ní ìsìn wọn máa gba ọjà lọ́wọ́ wa ẹni tó bá wù wọ́n lọ́ máa nọ́jà ẹni tí ò bá ti wù wọ́n wọn ò ní jẹ́ kó nọ́jà àwọn onísọ̀ wọn máa gbàsọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn pátápátá ẹni tó bá ti wù wọ́n náà máa jẹ́ kó dúró sísọ̀ nípa ìdí èyí ẹ jẹ́ kí etí wa kó ṣí kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nǹkan tí a ti ń bára wa sọ láti bí ọdún kẹta Nàìjíríà ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ ìlú tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n wá láti gba ayé wa wọ́n wá láti gba ayé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ àti àwọn ọmọ wọn wá láti jẹ́ kí a káàbọ̀ bí àbámọ̀ máa ẹ jẹ́ ká dára wa létí ká gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó bá yẹ ká gbé ẹkùnjẹ́ takuntakun olóòtú.
Shigoni Iyawa, thank you so much. And just for the benefit of our listeners, what our mother that called from the United States of America is talking about, that we've been discussing the issue of, the dissolution of Nigeria for almost 2 years now. And it is important that everybody focus and listen, just as, the governor of Autumn, Benue State talked about the plan to Ruga and take up our land. They wanted to do the waterway bills because a lot of us quickly, scream out, that we don't know what the situation is. Even as we speak right now, all the market in the Southwest will be controlled if care is not taken. Good evening to you, Mrs. Elizabeth Ode Lola Yawaruka. Good evening once again. As I'm going to be winding down, we will be back again on Star Radio UK, the morning show at 11 o'clock. You can also join me on all the other platforms as well, where we continue to engage and talk about, the self-determination for the Yoruba people. Now, let me just quickly give us some of the upcoming rallies that I'm aware of that is coming up very, very soon in the Yoruba land, on the Iseyin. We'll be holding, sorry, not this particular one. Let's take that one. This is actually, this one is coming up between Omoluka and Kayode Emola on the 2nd September. It's something that you might want to listen to, and I guess that will be coming up around 8 o'clock. So the rally that is coming up very soon, Okeogun Mega Rally. Okeogun Mega Rally is just around the corner. Gbogbo ọmọ Okeogun pátápátá ló ń pè nílé àti lóko pé ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ní Okeogun. So that is coming up as I have it on the 10th of September 2022, which is just next month. We also have a very, very powerful rally that is just also around the corner in Agege in Lagos State, where they held the first mega rally. The first rally that was held there, was last year, which was organized by one of our comrades. They're putting one again to, this end of September. It is called the Yoruba 1000 Mega Rally Ishokomo Yoruba, Lagos State Agege Chapter, in conjunction with Yoruba Nation agitators. Yoruba Nation Not Going Back special movement all over Lagos State. That will be coming up on the 23rd of September 2022 at exactly 10 a.m. For more information, contact AK 070-6478-2388 and Sadiq Osha 080-5093-45559 and Luca 080-222-64068. Elijah 080-28-281-232. Powered by Omoakin Group, Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ní kíákíá. This is coming up. And we also have one that is also coming up in Akure that I'm also aware of, that I've been briefed about as well. Akure is also coming up. Let's see if we can get one of their flyers that was sent to us. Like I said, if you're around during this rally and you are somewhere in the Yoruba land, let us continue to participate and we appreciate Babawa Arole 1010 and all their groups that organize, the one that took place in Ibadan. We also appreciate those that took one in Isenyi. Last weekend was a very busy one for Isenyi, Ibadan, and Ilaro. We had 3 rallies. We'd like to appreciate the Chief Imam of Yoruba land. We also like to appreciate, we have the next one that is coming up, which the engineer are bringing that up on the screen. That one is also going to be coming up, at Akure Township on the 10th of September, where, this particular next one is also be coming up very, very soon. All these rallies are extremely important. If you can attend, it is not compulsory if you cannot, but if you can attend them, please let us do so and support them. So this one is coming up as well. It is Rally Ondo Omo Yoruba, Ondo State, in conjunction with all the Yoruba Nation agitators. Oduduwa Nation Ogwadulawo Team Yoruba Nation exit from Nigeria. Date 10th of September 2022. Time 9 a.m. Venue Akure Township. For more information, +234 7064 906874 or +234 9039 667049 +234 9064 592910 +233 2381 05121 or +4475 94050 979, which is my own number there, +353 89 481 5569. This is powered by Omo Yoruba, Ondo State, supported by all the Yoruba groups. All these are not the mega rally that we're expecting very soon, that will be announced by our father, Professor Banji Akintoye. These are just what we call the warming up that we should be expecting. We also have a very important rally that is coming up in United States of America, and I'll be giving us a bit of that in just about a few minutes. That one is also coming up live and direct at the United Nations, from September 13, 2022 to September 27, as the engineer are working on the background to bring that up quickly. Let us remember that we all have a role to play when it comes to the exit of Nigeria. So the engineer will try to bring that a little bit so that we can get a little bit of that. Yes, that is it there. The Yoruba Nation Diaspora Mega Rally coming up in United States of America. This is put together by the Yoruba Nation rep. Contact the U.S. Moses Biodun Ojo, the secretary, plus 1347-301-8360. Owuye PRO plus 1718-808-5918, or our own brother, our father, our uncle, the chairman, Prophet Ayodele Ologunoluwa, the chairman for the mega rally. 1 million march is coming up on the September 13, 2022 to September 27, 2022. You can plan your holiday around that for those of you in America, and it will going to start from 8 a.m. every day to 5 p.m. And it will also happen on Saturday, October 1st, 2022. Come and be part of that. It is going to be happening on the 1st Avenue to 37th Street corner, Manhattan, New York. We'd like to appreciate that. And if you have not also contributed towards the Ominira Yoruba Diaspora Ominira security account, and we're going to be putting that out again tonight, please go and donate towards the GoFundMe that have been set up. We'd like to appreciate those of you that have done so already. Remember that some of you promised that by end of this month, you'll be doing so. It is currently standing at $27,071. The target is meant to be $50,000. The purpose, for those that might be asking, what is the purpose of this kind of fund for? It is nothing more than, to protect and save the lives of the Yoruba people in what we call Nigeria today. So these are money that is needed, for the purpose of the security, for our people back home. Please donate generously, and the donation is totally, voluntary. So you are not mandatory. Like I say, we've already posted some of the links for those of you that would like to donate. Thank you so much, Inemachi, and I hope I didn't massacre your name. Thank you to all our Biafra brothers and sisters. Paul Chukuma, Biafra spokesman, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Yeah, we love him so much, and we appreciate him also. Thank you so much, Paul Chukuma. Waris Jinodu, all defensive and offensive tactics necessary for Yoruba nation self-determination by media, diplomacy, trade war, farmland, humanitarian aid, financial intelligence, mass rally, and interfaith. Also, Inwa Jobi, Imachi, thank you so much for the thumbs up as well. As we are winding down, which is already completed. Wow. I will definitely now have to hand over back to the studio because my time has now literally gone past. I'll be back again next week, Wednesday, with more conversation. I'd like to appreciate all our leaders, that are working tirelessly, so that we can get the actualization and the declaration of the Yoruba nation from Nigeria today that we have. And that means that we can be an independent nation, more than 60 million of us. And also remember that it can only come if we all contribute towards it as well. My name again hasn't changed, Olayomi Koiki. Thank you so much to each and every one of you, from Instagram to Twitter to the Mix LR. If you're not sure of any of this link, continue to follow us on our platforms and you'll be able to pick up all the information from there as well. Once again, as we always say, we are here to serve the community, and we hope we've been able to serve you very well. Let me see if I can get these while we are going to be finishing in just about a few minutes. Let's see if we can quickly bring these particular advert for the rally that is coming up in America, that has been put together by our Prophet Ologun Olua, that are working tirelessly, to make sure that things are being prepared for the, mega rally that is coming up, in the New York, for the 77th General Assembly that is just around the corner. If you're in US, as at that time, please let us also be part of that. Let us participate. Every one of us must be involved in the actualization of the Yoruba nation. We must not leave it to other people. It is our duty, it is our responsibility to make sure that we do everything within our own capacity, and make sure that we also play our own role as well, so that we can get it right. Like I said, this is it. Well, and that is how far we can go tonight at 8:35. I said, somebody's just asking me, Mr. Koiki, where are you getting this energy from? I'm getting it from every one of you because I'm tapping some of those energy from you as well. Thank you so much, 859 team, Chinedu Ogbon. Thank you so much, Exclusive 300, and the rest of you that are also joining us on Instagram. Barua Lukman, thank you so much. Undi at Innovative, thank you. Mark Mon Legbe. Ismaila Salisu, thank you. Richie _ Shotayo, Thompson, Kari Banks, thank you so much. And the rest of you that we can mention. And on that note, I will now hand over to my producer back in the studio, Odabo, till next week, Wednesday. Bye for now. Wow. Somebody's asking, where do I get my energy from? I get my energy from every single one of you now. Yeah. Let me turn my camera. Just our quick wrap up as we finish it, and then I bring my camera here. Wednesday is always a long day, especially Tibati. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìyá àdúrà ṣáà ń gbọ́ gbogbo ẹmu tẹ́mọ tó tẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà pé wọ́n ṣáà ń fà kankan táwa tẹ̀ gbé dání tẹ̀ yẹ ká ráyè kankan ó tẹ̀ rò pé mo tẹ̀ rò pé mo ń gbọ́n kankan mọ́ ju Yorùbá Nation lọ. News UK gan gidi ni mo fi ń gbọ́ èèyàn wa aláì kò easy but Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ kó máa easy fún gbogbo wa èyí tí mo wọ̀ lánàá ìgbà bọ̀ sí mi everyday busy non-stop, that's the only thing we do. Mo ti ṣe tán ẹ̀yin ará ilé ta ló wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ kó bá mú mi o. So adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ fọkàn yín balẹ̀ àìkọ́ dẹ́rù bà wá pé kankan Yorùbá Nation confam ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń dẹ́lẹ̀ padà ó dà pé mo ṣe kó tóbi àbí ṣé mi mo ṣe ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ́ ìrọ̀ padà. Mo zoom ẹ̀ lẹ́ǹkan nígbà tí mo fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ program ti YouTube yẹn. Ilé ò ń ṣe radio station Nàìjíríà agbasi fún Buhari kò ní dáa fún ẹ̀rí mo gbasi fún tẹ́wọ́ pé Nàìjíríà radio yìí sì ní ò ní sùnmọ́jú ọ̀bẹ ẹ̀ra kò sì sún ilé ẹ̀ lálẹ́ lọ dárúkọ Buhari lórí rédíò dárúkọ Buhari ọ̀bí ẹni náà dàkó sínú ilé ẹ̀ ó dárúkọ di president yìí lórí radio station. Thank you so much jàre 8519 ọlọ́run ọba ló ní ọlọ́run ọba ló ní ẹ̀mí wa ẹ̀ ń tán fáwọn kò máa ṣá sí mi lórí ó dárúkọ local government chairman kan máa rán kó pa ẹni ẹ̀rí bó ṣe pa ọlọ́lọ́mọ tí yẹn ṣe fún wọn NURT ṣé kinní kan ló pa ní ìjọ ọlọ́pàá yẹn ìlú ló ṣe àwọn àwọn apara wọn bí yẹ ṣé ìlú náà nìyẹn ó lè jẹ́ kẹfọ́ kéré lọ́jọ́ bára wọn fà yẹn o àwọn pàdánù wasted dànù èmi ò jẹ́ kankan ní Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó lọ dárúkọ Buhari lórí program ẹbí jẹ́ ń gbasi fún Buhari ni a lọ dárúkọ Buhari bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀bí ẹ̀rọ rẹ̀ súnú ilé ẹ̀ mọ́jú a lọ dárúkọ Buhari ó fẹ́ kidnap Umaru Dikko ní 1984 wọ́n ti gún yẹn lábẹ́rẹ́. Thank you so much jàre princess ẹ ṣe gan-an ìyá alálùbáríkà ẹ kó tọ́jú mi pẹ̀lú ọpẹ́ yín lára mi àwọn èèyàn máa ń béèrè báwo ṣe ń ṣe àwọn ìyá tó ń ṣàdúrà mà ní èmi tí bá ti sùn báyìí nísìnyí mo fi 1 hour ni mo kọra 1 hour ẹ̀gan ìyá kan ó tún fi fóònù tó fi jí mi mo ti kọ́ àwọn ọmọ òdo àti ṣeré káàkiri àti jáde lọ ṣebí ṣe wọlé báyìí mo kàn ní kí n sáré rẹjú kékeré báyìí mo ti rẹjú yẹn báyìí ó máa di bí 5:30 báyìí fóònù mo fi fóònù yẹn sí silent bọ́n mo lè fi fóònù yẹn sí silent kan fóònù yẹn gangan ni fóònù tí gbòó máa ń pè mí sí tó kò gbọ́dọ̀ wà ní silent gbòó gbọ́dọ̀ pè mí lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta kí n má dá lóhùn. Something big is about to happen. Please always give thanks to God. Nigeria is ended. Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Wọ́n ní ká dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Ọpẹ́ lọ́run ní ká máa dún ní gbogbo ìgbà. Maize gold, I cite you. Ọpẹ́ náà lọ́run ní ká máa dún. Ẹ bá mi mọ́ mi o. Ìgbẹ́ tí ń gbẹ mi. A lọ dárúkọ Buhari o. A lọ dárúkọ Buhari lórí program. Buhari wèrè. Ó fẹ́ kidnap Umaru. How many people ló rántí story yẹn? Kò ṣe story gan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan ni o. Wàláì. Nigerian Airways wọ́n ti pààkẹ̀ sí mọ̀tẹ̀mọ́ airport of pààkẹ̀ sí ó ti wà lórí tarmac wọ́n ti gún yẹn lábẹ́rẹ́ wọ́n ti gbé sínú cage but luckily òyìnbó ni secretary Umaru ẹ̀wọ̀n pé lè náà ni Umaru Dikko over $1 billion nìyẹn wá yà wọ́n ti ń jí owó Nàìjíríà kò ṣe léde lọ́ ti ń jí owó I just speak àwọn youth ọmọ ń sá káàkiri tẹ́ ẹ̀ follow politician àwọn politician ti jí owó gidi owó tó ní kìrì nínú ẹ̀yin wọn ń pa irú bọ̀bọ̀ tó pa yẹn nísìn NURT tó pa yẹn bọ̀bọ̀ NURT tó pa yẹn nísìn I'm sure pé peanut ẹ tó bá fẹ́ pè láì mi wà òpùnù ibi àsìkò yìí nísàlẹ̀ gbà sí fún wọn ẹ̀pọ̀ lórí rédíò oníkan tí mo tún lè sọ ní orí Star Radio ìnáwó ẹ̀kọ́ ìdẹ̀kọ́ ọmọ ní platform ìyẹn mo ṣe máa ń sọ pé tẹ bá máa pè ẹ lè sọ Yorùbá wọn ní ká má sọ Yorùbá àwọn tèmi ló wà ń bẹ̀ but ó ní ethics ta lè lò ní orí rédíò kọ́ má lọ gba license wọn. If not, animal fever and sorrow Yoruba nation. You know, I just came back from Nigeria. I cannot sleep comfortably overnight. If I had discussion with my visitor concerning Nigeria, we go to the issue. And over fake people line me wa open. Couple bara wa sọ̀rọ̀ títí di baya go mẹ́sàn. Ẹ bá mi mọ̀ mi say. Mo ti ṣetán. I've done already. I'm just speaking to my fans now. How are you? Ọmọdúà. Ajẹ́ Nàìjíríà yẹn ẹ bá ń mú pure water ń bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n sọ pure water yẹn di nǹkan bàbàrà ẹ bá mú pure water ń bẹ̀ tí bá lọ lé báyìí wọ́n ní pure water kẹ̀ ẹ bá mú pure water ń bẹ̀ pure water lọ́ máa mú nílé èlò ló ń ta pure water nísìn náà wọ́n náà kí pure water èlò ló ń ta nísìn wọ́n náà pé yẹn kàn ń pè ìjẹ́rìí tí wọ́n ní káwọn èèyàn pa àwọn èèyàn máa pè àwọn tó fi fáyà àwọn tí inú ń bí pọ̀. Hello. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín. Àsìkò ṣì wà náà báyìí ẹ lè fún ọ lépè náà continuity dáwà báyìí flag wà lélẹ̀. Àjọ máa gbá sí fúnra wa ní àgbàgbà ìṣirò gbogbo wọn lọ máa kú dànù a máa rán alálẹ̀ sí wọn kó pa gbogbo wọn dànù. Ẹ má studio line nìkan ní kẹ́ pè ní síjàre ẹ má pè dọ̀dá nù. kí ni kàn pẹ̀lú yẹn àwọn àgbààgbà yẹn wá wé forward lórí burúkú ni wọ́n ọmọ àlè wọ́n ti ṣépè fún ogun mo ti ṣépè fún ogun láàárọ̀ yìí mo ti bò pè fún gbogbo wọn láàárọ̀ yìí mo ti bù wọn lépè gbogbo wọn ni mo ti bò lépè bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ṣe sọ báyìí mo ṣe fẹ́ mọ báyìí mo ṣáàjì mo ti gbọ́.
Gbogbo wàhálà tí mo gbọ́ everybody ní ṣe gbogbo wàhálà tí mo wò ó ṣe everybody tẹ̀ jálàmbá bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ fọ́ ọwọ́ àgbàlagbà wọn bá wa iná ní wọ́n ní sọ́rí kì í bàrà ara wọ́n tẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀lẹ́rì wọ́n tẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀lẹ́rì kì í tó lọ rárá.
ok olórí burúkú ni wọn àwọn àgbàgbà ṣù ta ló lágbà òfò àwọn alágbàlagbà tó dá bàbá kí tó yẹ àgbà tó dá ní bàbá kí tó yẹ ta ló láwọn àgbà fò wọ́n ní 20 naira ló ń ta pure water 250 naira ẹ ṣe gan-an ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kò ní bàjẹ́ dáre ọ̀rọ̀ ó dà pé àbáyé ó dà pé inú tractor lẹ́wà tó gbẹ̀ tó ń dún tátátátá báyìí 15 minutes láfà máa ní ó yẹ ṣe ní kíákíá àwọn àmbẹ̀ forever ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́ni kí n lọ rest ẹni látàárọ̀ mo ti wà lórí program back to back
náà rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ jáde bàbá mi.
ẹgbẹ́ ìsókè.
ẹ jọ̀wọ́ mo fẹ́ pe àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sí àkíyèsí kan ni torí àwọn politicians ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí sìn wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ète kan tí wọ́n dẹ̀ máa rò pé gbogbo àti ẹni tó bá ní ọpọlọ láàrin àwọn Yorùbá gbogbo àwọn máa notice ète tí wọ́n ń lò báyìí sìn wọ́n ti rí pé Yorùbá nation ó ti dé tán o àwọn kan ti ń kàn fún àpẹ tẹ́ bá notice nsìn bàbá kan tó jáde tó ṣaṣọ gbẹgẹrù ní lẹ́wíyá bíi 3 days ago tó ní òun gbẹnu ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ tó ní Ìgbòho pé Ìgbòho ní.
ẹ má tún sọ yà á ti dìbọ́ǹkì yẹn ẹ má stress ara lórí yẹn ẹ má stress ara lórí yẹn ẹsẹ̀ kan mi a ti sọ lórí yẹn.
ọ̀hún náà mo fẹ́ sọ ara ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn ẹ tún máa wo àwọn bàbá kan tó wà lórí wọn tún jáde bíi méjì mo ti wò ó sìn tí wọ́n tún sẹ́yìn sórí kínní wọ́n tún wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pé kí Yorùbá wọ́n máa fẹ́ àwọn afọ́gbọ́n ọgbọ́n máa sọ̀pọ́tì Ìgbòho bíi pé kínní wọ́n máa sọ pé àwọn tó wà ní diaspora nǹkan kan bá ṣáṣù nǹkan tí mo kọ̀ fẹ́ sọ ní pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá bá rú fídíò bẹ́ẹ̀ pàdé kọ́ máa wáìnì ẹ̀ dànù ni kọ́ máa tiẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣí ẹ o ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà ọmọ Yorùbá gidi.
àwọn èèyàn ló gbọ́ máa ṣe ẹ̀ káwọn èèyàn láì gọ́sì. àwọn èèyàn láì kì gọ́sì.
using many people now. They are using many people now. Even among you people, they are using them at least to wind to maybe to láti fi ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì sí wa lọ́kàn.
ẹ má ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá ti ń fi ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì sí èmi á máa bá yín tọ̀pẹ̀ up. tó bá ti ń fi ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì sí èmi á bá yín tọ̀pẹ̀ up ẹ má wọ̀rì. anybody tó bá fẹ́ kó rẹ̀wẹ̀sì sí lára.
nǹkan kan tó ń fún wa ní gbogbo moral yẹn ṣe gan continue like that God will help you God will stand with you in Jesus name ẹ ṣe gan gbogbo ní kí n sọ fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn.
one love my brother tó bá ti ń fún yín ní rẹ̀wẹ̀sì èmi máa fún wọn lépè èpè ni wọ́n máa fún yàn èpè kàbìtì ẹ bá ṣe kíákíá ìyá mi kò sí ọ̀kan bí wàá sí pílò kankan bí wàá kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín alálùbárí kẹgbọ́n sókè. mo dá yín lọ ẹgbọ́n sókè mà.
Mr. Koiki ẹ kú iṣẹ́.
mo gentle.
ẹ kú iṣẹ́ sà.
àjọ ń ṣe náà ni.
ẹ jọ lórí ti ní bọ́dà tó ń pè é yẹn. ṣé ti rí ẹ̀yin gangan bá sọ̀rọ̀ dàrẹ́tì ní ayé yìí. ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọkọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí mo fẹ́ kẹ́lẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀jọ́. ṣé ti rí ẹ̀yin very good of time àní. and níbi tí ọjọ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ náà níyì ní títí wúwo tí yọ èèyàn èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ má mọ olùkùdẹ̀dẹ̀ olùkù láti ń wò ó. ṣé ti rí àìmọwọ́ program ìrọ̀lẹ́ yìí in fact mo sọ̀rọ̀ níbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n block mi dànù ní o ó dẹ̀ wà very ìgbà tó ń tẹ̀lé lẹ́nu lórí Yorùbá Nation media kìíní wọ́n block wa dànù ní tí wọ́n jẹ́ kí kọ́mẹ̀ntì lọ wọlé mọ́. gbogbo àwọn àtàdé ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe wípé nítorí pé a kún kórìíra èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan àdẹ̀wà against èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan. in fact wọ́n ti sọ pé àbẹ́yẹ àwọn Fúlàní àwọn ni wọ́n hide under the nǹkan tó àwọn àwọn ṣe Fúlàní ọmọ Yorùbá ni àwa. kì í ṣe wípé against anybody we are describing èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan kì í ṣe pé bóyá à ń kórajọ against anybody no àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ọlọ́gbọ́n
Lock. Well, there's nothing on the bed. Bye-bye. Close the door. I don't know. I don't know where you put it. Lock the door. Mobile. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. No problem. Okay, that's it. Cool. She's gonna yell me. All right. Hold on. She's gonna. I'm about my baba. So I have to go now because I'm less in the band. So we're gonna have to kill your mother. You kill share. What happened? Close the door. Close the door. Your brother is doing lesson. Ẹ jẹ́ àfi tó kù sílẹ̀ títí di ọjọ́ mi ọjọ́ rẹ̀ jẹ́ lọ ṣe ẹ jẹ́ ń jókòó kí n máa faraba mi lè jókòó by 2 hours nísìn messages mo máa go through ẹ má bínú ànígbà kọ́ ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ́. All I just know is that we should just not allow anything to distract us. That the movement is already on it. 1 minute in my phone. After 1 minute, you must disconnect it. I go ahead because now I'm only like a lesson, like the end broadcasting. It goes okay, I go straight to the point.
Ẹ kálẹ́ o ní gbogbo ìjọba tí ń gbọ́ mi. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ kàn fèsì sí nǹkan tí màmá. Tí a bá sọ pé kí bàbá máa jáde kó wá sọ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ fún wa, èrè wo la fẹ́ gbà nínú ẹ̀?
bàbá ò ní sọ fún yín wípé nítorí pé wọ́n ń jáde lọ wípé a ò ní jáde fúnra wa àwa la máa gbára wa lẹ́mà àwa bó bá a bá ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ làwọn èèyàn fẹ́ help wa ṣùgbọ́n kí bàbá wa jáde pé ẹ̀ta bá wá declare tán tíjà bá ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn kan máa dìde ẹ má jẹ́ àpòrọ̀ fúnra wa mọ́ mà àwa yìí la máa dá àwọn bá declare á bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà yẹn rí báwọn àwọn ṣé Pakistan lẹ́pẹ̀ wọn àbí India lẹ́ṣẹ̀ ẹ̀rí bá ṣe ṣe tiwọn nǹkan tó ń sọ pé káwa náà wá ṣe nìyẹn mà bàbá jáde fún rally ní mẹ́nì ọlọ́pàá àmì ò ní jáde wá pa gbogbo wa ṣùgbọ́n ká máa ti bàbá ẹ rántí pé gbogbo wa la ní bàbá wọ́n jáde ní àná wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀rí ipe gbogbo ọkàn wọn ẹ ọdún tí bàbá ìtìwá bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá ń lọ sí 90 ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ ká máa fi gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá ṣe ìgbà tá a bá wá jáde ká sọ kí bàbá wa búra fún wa lóòótọ́ bàbá ló mọ̀ gbé ara ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ mo ní bàbá tèmi ò gbéra ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o àwa náà oníkálukú wa la ní tiwa ìtìtì ẹ̀ ti kú ìtìtì ẹ̀ ò tí kú bàbá dẹ̀ bèrè lọ́wọ́ wa èlò là ń fún bàbá mo sọ́ọ̀rì láti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o ṣùgbọ́n ká sọ pé kí bàbá wa búra fún wa nígbà wọn tó ń lọ sọ̀rọ̀ fún kí ni wọ́n fún wọn lésì ẹ̀ àgbo kì í ṣe gbogbo aṣọ là ń sá lọ́rùn mà àtàwọn àwa là ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí tv ní gbọ́ fúlàní kan kó jáde kó wá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí tv àgbàlagbà ní gbogbo wa ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká fi sùúrù ṣe God bless you.
tó ìlànà pè ní pọ́ ẹ jẹ́ play anthem ká fi parí program so that I can deal with a lot of other things that are pending. Modupelola was Sagonepa. I called him at a very, very impromptu, and he answered. A minute for you as well, because I need 2 minutes. Láti fi parí anthem Yorùbá. Any 1 minute from now. Go ahead. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Hello, brother, you don't so what any contribute the companion you want so I mean, you have to think about this thing. One power and you come around. Retain shit plan no buy. So I like to understand. I know you are when you come at dancing Kokumba. Just be a follower. Could you claim do the Baba? I want you to be Baba like. Baba yìí gan baba ó ti dàgbà a lè máa sọ pé kó ṣe bí kó ṣe yẹn kó ṣe kó lè máa ṣe everything we're like children looking for father honestly like you looking for your mom you looking for your dad passion yẹn àwọn èèyàn ń kú ẹ̀ ń sọ pé kẹtù ẹ declare ìjọba máa declare ẹ máa bí ọ̀rọ̀ yín big boys big girls ẹ declare nǹkan tẹ máa declare ní sí. The Bible declares it will cause confusion in the enemy's house. Britain do and see. Oh God, you but our ever. But the earlier the better. But she wants Sonia. The Bible declares that one new lady. The Bible declares that one later. Because he got to my shame. I don't know if you're sorry, you know if you joke. And declare. Much of a good Papa only become. I want to buy one day. What is any guidance? Kò wà fún yẹn ní tó máa lágbára sọ pé máa bọ́ bí ìjọ máa bá yín sáré kí wọ́n máa làágùn ẹ̀yin ò yẹ kó ń bẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ní kí ẹ̀ bọ́tà yìí ìgbà táwọn 1 million youths wò ní tẹ̀mọ́ ìsà yẹn tó ń lé gbogbo àwọn sójà kò ní títì àwọn ọmọ kéèké so kò declare kìíní the earlier the better tẹ́ bá declare ó máa cause confusion from enemy you have to study the act of war the Bible is about the Bible is the book of war.
Because of the time, my brother.
You see how our ancestors did.
No problem. Because of the time, tomorrow we will have more time. The time again tonight. Thank you so much, brother Joshua. Yeah.
So àwọn tó ń wá tó ń sọ pé ká má declare nǹkan pè yẹn àwọn yẹn èṣù lálọ́ yẹn tí mo fi parọ́ fún yín.
All right then, thanks so much.
Àkíní ló gbàngbà mi.
No problem.
Christ láti lu àwọn èèyàn kúrò nínú church. Christ yẹn.
Thank you, sir.
Láti lu àwọn èèyàn láti lo igi.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Supernatural power, but like in the church, like in the flag,
Thank you so much.
Much love.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Orílẹ̀-èdè wa kàgbéga, 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 ìgbà lọ́wọ́ àgbègbè. Àbọ̀mọ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú ọkọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sí ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Thank you so much. We'll be back again tomorrow. Have a very good evening. Bye for now. African Confidential, my brother. I salute you. Sunki, Ori TV, Motinri, Obu commenting. And they watching our comments on my TV. Oluola, everyone is tired of Nigeria. Benny. Lola George. Omodudu Ademi, good night too. I'll be back tomorrow. Pain and awareness. Odaro. Bye for now.